Yo, that's crazy.
Yo,
My
what's up?
skateboard. What's up? What's up?
We thought we were live this whole
Yeah,
time.
yeah. We
Shake my
thought we were
head.
live. We just had a whole, solid conversation that started. But you know how that goes. Anyway,
I
how
know
are
I
you, bro?
I know I clicked live. I know I clicked live. I don't know what happened. We're 2 minutes late, but that's all
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. We were talking to you on spirit though. That's how we'll say it. How you been, bro?
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, yeah,
You want to show them what you got this week? You already
yeah,
showed me, but you want to go ahead and show them?
yeah. So I got my copies of Spider Man and Midas. This cover, this variant cover. This is limited to 3,000. This I would definitely say that like Dylan said this when we were off air, but I thought that I ordered this one and the Meowscles, but I ordered it from two different websites. It was a little
Yes,
confusing, so
I
yeah.
ordered from Sad Lemon, and I swear that the way they had it listed was both copies.
Yeah,
You were
that's what it
paying
looked
like
like.
10, like over $10 for both copies.
Hmm.
And I ordered three, but it looks like I think I only ordered Meowscles. It looks like they changed the listing on their website,
Yeah,
unless I was completely confused somehow. But
yeah.
so I don't think I'm getting Midas. I think I'm gonna have to buy it off
Grab
of
one.
eBay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
get
that's
three Meowscles for whatever
there you
that's
go.
worth.
Right. And I mean that's the I do like that one. I think the Meowsco what the Meowsco one has going for it is that is Miles Morales. We have some Spider-Man ones already, but I do like the Midas and Spider-Man one better. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I like the Midas one. Those prices are they're pretty high. They're like
yeah,
30 to 60
yeah.
bucks.
That's what it seemed
I
like, right?
I'm always rocking coffee at 10 p.m.
Yeah, I'm a heavy coffee drinker, but my limit is about 5:30, and I'm good after that. I ain't touching it.
Yeah, I have issues. If you guys see me on the podcast at 10 p.m., I normally have some coffee.
Well,
Unless I have
yeah,
another drink. If I don't have another drink, I'm just gonna grab some coffee. Cause you guys keep me up to like 1 in the morning.
yeah. Well, my stomach wouldn't agree with taking protein and having another cup of coffee after 5:30. My stomach might not like that too much. Oh yeah, I knew David was coming in with this. We definitely talking about it, David. Don't
Yeah,
even
we
worry
can
about
we
it.
can. I mean, we
We
can jump
definitely,
on that one. I was
yeah,
like,
yeah. That was
8 ball. All right. So what did you think 8 ball was gonna go for?
honestly,
Like,
100.
no, what was your moonshot? Like, if you
Okay,
thought it was gonna go out of the park, what did you think it was gonna hit?
moonshot out of the park. I thought 400, 1,400. I thought 1,400 would have been because okay, I'll say this. I'll preface this. I do know who was going for it, and I knew who was gonna win it. I
Hmm.
didn't think he was gonna have this much competition. I won't put out there who it is until they do.
Did
But
that person win it?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And let's just say he didn't expect to pay that much either. He he
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting card, my escape
yeah,
world. It's like I didn't think
definitely didn't.
I did, I thought 1200 was ridiculous for it.
That's what yeah, right,
I
exactly.
thought like if it beats out Dark Bomber and all of them,
Yeah.
if it beats out like Skull Ranger and stuff like that in this market, that's pretty crazy.
Well, I knew of a private sale literally probably it's probably close to a year ago now. I knew of a private sale that sold for 1,100, but that was
PSA
raw.
10,
No, it was raw. It was raw.
that's pretty high in itself.
But
I mean,
yeah,
he's not a huge character yet. He did get
right.
no spoilers, but he was in the comic.
Hmm.
And I don't know if him being in the comic kind of created some kind of like, hey, this might be a good card to pick up. I want the 10. And the
Yeah,
fact that you can't find any on eBay for the last year.
yeah. Collectible investor, thank you for stopping through, bro. Appreciate you. One of my other favorite collectors. Yeah, Dylan. You know what is crazy is so I felt a lot of different things in that with that 8 ball sale. As y'all know, I really wanted that card, but I also, yes, collectible investor. We're definitely talking about 8 ball. I really wanted that card. I knew who was going for that card, so I didn't even think about it. I just like looked at the picture and admired it because I'm not competing with that person. I know it was no chance. So that was a very interesting sell. But like Dylan said off camera, even though it went that high and the person wanted it, clearly somebody else did as well for it to go,
Yeah.
for it to go
It
that high.
wasn't just one
Yeah,
person,
it
you
wasn't
know.
just one person. That was interesting.
So I mean, this is why some of these skins that you just don't see.
Yeah.
I mean, once they actually hit the market, there might be a fight for them.
Yeah, and what's interesting about the 8 ball aspect is that it goes back to 2 weeks ago when we were talking about scarcity versus like rarity and even demand. This one definitely falls in the scarcity as of right now. That's not saying that 8 ball is rare or it's
Hmm.
a lower pop than any other cracked ice that's in series two. Uh, like my escape world said, maybe this is gonna make people start pulling them out more. But wow, yeah, that was a great sell. um, Omar, what's up? What's up? Brian, what's up?
Yeah, I mean, this makes me think about the market because right now everyone's selling. Like, people are like, "Oh, there's so many shards." Like,
Mm-hmm.
pick. You can choose. You don't have to like rush and stuff. But once this stuff is off eBay, like
Mm-hmm.
right now, there's a rush of items.
Mm-hmm.
We keep seeing things relisted, but eventually they're not going to be. There'll
Yeah.
be like 6 months to a year where it's never listed, and
Yeah.
then that sale will it'll probably beat a lot of these prices.
Because that's technically what happened. The thing is, we all know, the whole community knows, especially in the Facebook group, 8 ball does not show up often. And
Omega. Oh, real quick, Omega is a great card.
yeah, yeah.
Um, while
That
you keep talking, I'm gonna pull up our tier list real quick and see where we put them.
All right. Yeah. 8 ball was one of those cards you just didn't see. It was a couple people I tried to get it out their hands. People had strong hands with 8 ball. So when he popped back up, I knew this specific person needed this for a completion reason. And when you're going against somebody that needs it for, like, let's say a master set, it's gonna get real very quick. So overall, 8 ball was a great sell.
Yeah, that's a great sale. Omega, we put in S tier, so we broke it down the cards you should get in 4 tiers.
Hmm.
Actually, where did we put 8 ball in our tiered list?
I don't even think we factored him in at all.
I'm looking, looking, looking,
I'm
looking,
almost
looking.
positive we didn't.
Yeah, he's just one that just doesn't pop into mind. Nope, we did. We put him in the nice to have category, the fourth. So we have four categories: God tier, S tier, top tier, and nice to have.
Yeah.
And he was in that category.
Yeah, that that is
Whew.
so 8 ball was interesting because I liked 8 ball for obviously the aesthetic of the card. But another reason why I liked 8 ball is he was one of the very few that had like sort of an action pose.
Hmm.
So that really enticed me early on. It had nothing to do with the storyline. It had nothing to do with
Does
people.
Scratch have the same pose?
No, Scratch has the downward pose, which makes it
Sim
even. Yes,
Similar.
yeah, he has an
Okay.
action pose as well though. So that
Is
makes
it a
those.
better pose? I can't even remember.
I think it's better. I think Scratch has a better pose. If y'all don't know the reason why we're bringing up Scratch, 8 ball and Scratch is 8 ball snapshot, and that and 8 ball. I mean, Scratch actually killed 8 ball, which is a whole nother thing. But yeah, so that is very interesting in itself. But I wasn't factoring any of those things in when I originally wanted the card, and now
Because
that all these things is coming to play, it's crazy.
you're a fan of 8 ball, right?
Yeah,
You like
yeah.
8 ball
Like
personally.
Melskin, that's
PC.
one of my
Yeah, that's
favorite
one of your
Melskins.
PC,
Yeah.
right? Um, do you like Scratch as well? I'm just
Yes,
curious.
yes, but not like, for instance, if I play a game, I'm usually going with just the black 8 ball. So
Hmm.
but like, if I ever get the 8 ball cracked ice, I'm definitely getting Scratch after that.
Okay.
But I don't want Scratch unless I have 8 ball. So that's kind of one of those things.
It wasn't a spoiler for the comic, by the way. What he's talking
Yeah,
about happened. It was just more game related.
yeah, yeah. That was game related.
Yeah, and that was a long time ago. Um, but yeah, that's crazy. So I wonder if we can get to the point where we can add, like, how we have the tiered list.
Mm-hmm.
If we could add like a price range
Mm-hmm.
for that tiered list.
Right.
So like with I mean, of course that's an outlier, right? Because
Yeah, that I guess my escape world kind of brought it up. I guess the balancing factor is we'll need like a couple more cells because that person really needed it, and I guess the other person really, needed
needed
it
it.
as well. So I
Yeah.
think the next time it pops up, whoever that second person is probably going to go for it, and then that third cell is probably when it's going to get a little bit more interesting. So I'm very intrigued to how he plays out. Let's say 6 months from now if a couple more of his cars pop up.
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised. That's probably the most surprising thing of the week.
Yeah, yeah.
Did anything else crazy happen that you saw?
I will say this. I will bring up that Drift has been selling very consistently. I
He always
like,
has.
yeah, like he has been. I mean, he's one of those cards that's kind of just is a oh god, we yeah, that's a whole nother conversation.
While we're on the card market,
Yeah, yeah. Drift has been selling very consistently. I think we've all realized, because we're all following the market, we've all realized that certain cards are starting to separate themselves,
hmm
whether they deserve that price or not. Like whether like let's say Dark Bomber sold for almost 2K. uh and none of this is investment advice, by the way. It's just that a lot of cards are starting to separate themselves, especially in this down market. I think people feel they have an opportunity that they never had, including me. So what do you feel? What do you feel about the before we even get into the BK? What do you feel about the other cards in the market, and whether it's a hollow like a Pilly hollow or A, B, and C? What do you feel about the market overall?
I mean, if I didn't have most of my collection
Yeah,
pretty well together that I like, I'd be really happy right now.
yeah, for sure.
I mean, I'm not a big baller. I don't have like all the money to spend on thousands. Like shards were out of reach. Shit, like PSA 9 hollows were out of reach.
Yeah, yeah.
Now you can get PSA 9 USA hollows for cheaper than you used to be able to get Italy hollows.
No, but no lie, you can get PSA 9 hollows cheaper than you used to could get a dinged corner raw hollow.
That's
Like
true.
it's
I
very
mean, to
rare to
put
see.
put it in perspective, like I was selling not mint Skull Trooper hollows for 200 plus,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know, and it's like raw.
yeah. Now,
So
I think, and then no, wait, one. Let's see what we had. Something I just wanted to highlight. Oh,
was your
yeah.
drift in my escape world graded or no? Was it raw?
Let's see. So also on that, Omega is one of those weird ones where, for me personally, he's a PC card. So there's that, but Omega's underrated for me in general. In general, I'll be honest about that. Just because of the impact that he had during his time, I think a lot of nostalgia is tied
You
to
said
him.
he's underrated or overrated?
Underrated,
Okay.
underrated. A lot of nostalgia tied to him. I still don't think he's gotten his day, but I will say in totality, a card like Drift is technically more popular than him. Does that matter in the card market? No, but I think also Drift's card could possibly be more aesthetically pleasing. Like,
Yeah, I
and
can see that.
yeah, and I'm almost positive. Like, I have Omega right now, but I know once I get a Drift, I'm almost positive that Drift will be more aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, because when I think of Omega, I was never a fan. Like, I don't PC Omega.
Yeah.
Even though like blue's my favorite color. I have this. Do I have the skin? I can't remember, but I remember not being that impressed, not trying to get it. But with that said, I know how many people know the skin. They kind of remember it just like Purple Skull Trooper. It's
Hmm.
not on that level, but it's
It,
like up there. Like if they have the lights.
it do, yeah. If you got and it's
If you
ironic.
have
If you got the purple lights, then that changes the game.
Yeah,
'Cause
and so like, but gamers know that. Like they
yeah,
know Omega.
yeah, like, and Omega is just to give perspective. Like, Omega was like game changing because before this you had the season 3, which was the Reaper, aka John Wick, and then you get this leveled up tier 100. Like, this is the first tier 100 skin that was like a tier 100. Like, it had a whole
hmm
bunch of going for it. You can wear it without the armor and it be kind of try hard, and then you can wear it fully armored, which most of the casual players wore. It was very versatile, and I think it has a lot of ties to a lot of different things. So Omega is great in my books.
Yeah, and the thing that Drift has going for it is that whole. All right, well, you want to talk about Drift?
Yeah.
Have you seen? So if you guys don't play the game, a lot of you guys don't play the game, but there was a POI, a place of interest, I guess that's what they
Mhm.
call it,
Mhm.
on the first map of Fortnite
Mhm.
4 years ago called Lucky Landing,
Yeah.
and this was pretty much where that clan that Drift and them belonged to.
Mhm.
That was kind of like their domain, right?
Mhm.
Correct me if I'm wrong on that, right?
I always connected it to
Yeah.
Wukong a little bit, but
Yeah,
yeah.
Wukong too,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
But, like, even if you look at the, when the Drift storyline came out on Twitter
yeah,
briefly, remember all those leaks came out?
yeah,
They had, like, the rooftops of
yeah.
Lucky Landing, all that kinda stuff. I
Mhm.
believe if you look at Vi, she's part of that same clan. I
Yeah.
think her loading screen, I believe, has some stuff
Possibly,
from
yeah.
possibly from Lucky Landing. So, anyway, in the chapter right now, there's a giant tree on Fortnite,
Mhm.
and across the map is roots blooming the same,
Yeah.
cherry blossoms that you could see at Lucky Landing.
Mhm.
So we may be getting Lucky Landing back, which may connect back to Drift, which may bring him back into the story.
Yeah.
So Drift had a lot going for him,
Mhm.
theory wise, right? A lot of speculative stuff, more than
Yeah.
Omega.
Oh, for
I,
sure.
I
For
would just say
sure.
that.
Well, we still don't even know if technically Omega is an actor. Like the IO technically bought this movie set onto,
Yeah.
so he does it. I mean, lore wise, I don't think Omega has too
It
much
was
to do
also
with it.
very early.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
season
This
was that? That was
was 4,
4. So and Drift was season
5.
5.
Yeah.
So I mean they could have still been trying to figure out where they were going with this stuff.
Well, they knew because Visitor was in the secret battle pass for that season. I just don't
Hmm.
think. I think Omega was he was a distraction. That whole Omega Carbide thing was a
Hmm.
distraction. Like it was like supposed to be like a movie scene so they can kind of test and see what was going on in the island. So maybe it could come back, but lore wise, I don't know when we'll see something like that for Omega. But I will say when we're talking about that in Drift, Ice King, Prisoner, yeah, it's coming. It's
I mean,
coming.
the island's changing and it's getting
Yeah,
away from the spacey themes, it seems
yeah,
like,
yeah,
and it's getting back to like medieval type stuff. So, I mean, I want to learn where did we see there was a was it was it the clan that was assassins?
yeah,
Is that what
yeah.
we read in the
Hmm.
character description?
Yeah.
Like they hunt people, right?
Hmm.
There's some kind of like hunters and they might work for the IO, we don't really know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a fan of Drift in that way. I don't collect any Drift, but
Yeah,
I've sold.
it seemed like you was in a very interesting point in your Fortnite journey during 4 and 5.
Oh, I was. Yeah, I wasn't paying too much attention.
Yeah. I
R-
mean, I think that's where a lot of people a lot of gamers were. But that was interesting to me because that's when so much was happening.
Yeah,
That
I
was
mean,
like
I remember the movie thing. I remember Carbide
mhm,
because I got Carbide, and then I was like not that
yeah.
thrilled about it, and then
Mhm,
I don't remember trying to go for Omega.
yeah, cuz that battle pass was pretty solid. That was Zoe, that was what is the spray the graffiti girl.
um,
Can't remember. She's in the promo set for series 1.
that's gonna bother me now.
Yeah. But that was a great battle pass.
It wasn't one of my favorites,
I
but
mean,
like
looking back at it now, but back then
even
that was like,
even then, I don't even know if I cared too much for it back then. I don't know why.
oh yeah, you was in a real interesting state because
I just I
that
just
was
think.
like it. I think the where the battle pass was and what it adapted to, and how much the where the game was at that time, and with everybody finally being able to do leaks because that's when leaks really came
Mhm.
out. Uh, it was like the battle pass was almost just like a staple. It wasn't even about like if you loved the skins. It was like,
Yeah,
yo, this
yeah,
is
yeah,
like,
yeah.
so
I was just
that's
talking about I'm
interesting.
just talking about the particular skins. They
Yeah.
were none of them were skins like I was dying to rock. I think at that time I was still rocking Blue Squire like
Hmm.
all the time.
Yeah.
So
Technique. There we go. My skateboard. Thank
there
you.
you go. Thank you. Appreciate that. Any
Okay.
thoughts on the tree vibe? Um, that's what my piece have come up with. CMCU. So it's less about the tree vibe. I mean, the 0 point does weird things, and it's done this multiple times throughout. It sprouts some kind of like energy throughout the island. I think it heals the island.
Hmm.
Um, This time it's a tree. Last time it was a giant ass butterfly, right?
Hmm.
Um, so I think it's more about the freaking 0 point as a whole than like the actual tree.
I do think it may be more to it. I just don't know what to give that, but it has to be. Especially way that specific POI is. I think
No,
we're
it's
definitely,
important that that
yeah.
tree is important in some way. But I mean,
Mhm.
it's all connected to the 0 point. The 0 point's what's
Well,
created
it's
it.
yeah, that's but that
Yeah.
I think they're giving their form of a that type of tree. So
Oh yeah,
I'm
I get what you're
interested to
saying.
see what that is, what that will lead to for sure.
Because like, what is the tree doing? Is the tree going to evolve over the season?
Right.
Is it going to blossom something crazy? Because it has like that flowing like energy outside of the tree.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
I'm happy for. I want Lucky Landing to come back.
we got some. I think this crazy. The comments. I love that these comments is coming through. Let's go back up a little bit.
All right.
I got one right here. There you go. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
You said it will be in top tier. We have Midas and God tier.
Yeah.
So the very, very top tier. Um, and I can add that to the stream again. Just remind what we have as God tier is Black Knight, Peely, Skull Trooper, Gold Trooper, Midas, and Aura.
Which if we
This,
did like power rank it, or if we really like wanted to like nitpick,
mm-hmm. You taking somebody off? Because
possibly.
is it Skull
Poss-
Trooper?
yeah.
Yep.
He goes to S tier, not
Yep.
because Skull Trooper is not an amazing car. As y'all know, I've said it since the beginning. I would prefer Skull Trooper over a Pilly for my personal collection, but
Mm-hmm.
Skull Trooper has hit S tier. I feel because he's so popular that he's like Dylan always says this, and it doesn't always come into play. Like we don't always agree on it, but we definitely agree in this standpoint where it's like he has so many snapshots, so many different styles now that I think it kind of diluted him. Or,
Mm.
but at the same time, it could make him cemented in interest. But I will say he should
This
probably be S
this
tier
is
now.
interesting because I knew where you're going with this
Yeah,
and that's why I said Skull Trooper, right? Because I was kind of feeling it. But come back in October.
yeah,
Like if we revisit this list in October,
that's
when Skull,
interesting.
because like when Halloween comes around,
That's
like Ghoul
interesting.
Trooper and Skull Trooper out the yin yang everywhere.
Skull
They
Ranger.
finally Skull Ranger. They finally come back into the shop and they get revitalized, right?
Mhm.
So I don't want to take them off of God tier just yet because of that. Even the Christmas skins don't get that much action like the
Yeah,
Halloween ones.
yeah.
Um, I mean that alone plus the purple. I mean, Skull Trooper is pretty top notch.
Oh no, Omar, when I'm talking about I guess that's the interesting part. I guess that's another reason to keep him I guess that's another reason to keep him in God tier because what Omar brought up is he pretty much said is it going down due to hollow prices being down or is it or what's the reason? I actually haven't factored any of that in.
Yeah, I'm not
Um
factoring in pricing because
yeah, that I always try to come from the game standpoint. So it's because the market's going to do what it does, if that makes sense.
yeah,
It's going to do. People love certain cars. People want certain cars. So I think no matter, obviously, we've seen it with 8 ball. So I think if the market or whoever is going after it, that price will be set. But I'm just basing it off of
because I mean,
what
if you
I've
look
been
at our
seeing.
list, we have like links up there, and there's a link
Yeah,
shard for 150.
exactly. Yeah,
You know, we're thinking long term too.
yeah.
I would not put uh, I would not put Drift in God tier yet. Like, cause the reason why we're talking about Skull Trooper, right, is because when we made this list, we still weren't 100% focused on the story aspect of it.
Hmm.
But like if Drift comes out and like he gets a whole new revitalized story, people start rocking like a new version of him. If he gets into the comics, he could rise up to S tier, but that's all speculative. We have to wait to see what's going to
See,
happen.
if you want my opinion on that, I think he could. I wouldn't do it yet, but I think he could be
Hmm.
God tier now, even
Oh,
though we
really?
won't do it.
Now?
Yeah, even though we won't do it because I do think he can be just because he's actually he's actually that popular to the masses throughout the year. Throughout the year. Uh
Are you talking about gamers? Or are you talking about card collectors?
no, gamers. Gamers.
Okay, because he's
Like
pretty popular for the card collectors.
that, but that's what I'm saying. That's why
I would say he's more popular to the card collecting community than he is the gamers.
I think they're I actually think they're equal. Only reason I say they're equal is because once again I tell y'all this all the time. You find out so much more on Fortnite Twitter.
Yeah, yeah.
You find and even Reddit, you find out where people really stand as in fan base. And Drift's fan base is absolutely huge. And so I think should we make the switch right now? Maybe not, probably not. But I do think he could be there. I definitely do.
I mean, he's had some big sales for sure during
Yeah.
this down market. Yo, what's up, Black Ash? What's up, Kari?
Interesting. I get what you Black, what's up, bro? I get what you getting at, Kari.
Um, would I move them both down?
Now this is high grounds tier list. So y'all definitely come into factor with this. Like that, let that be known. This is a we do
I
this together. So if enough traction gets there, a shift could happen.
I don't see us taking those two down.
Um
I mean,
I don't see
if you think OG Fortnite, you have to think Skull Trooper and Ghoul Trooper.
but now, Dylan, I'll bring you up on this. Yo, I feel like this is that first Stephen A moment. You know when they always try to pull up Stephen A tapes when he's
Yeah.
no, but seriously, you were the one that said does OG matter in that standpoint, and I agree
Hmm.
with you, but I agree with you with Ghoul Trooper because Ghoul Trooper is still
Rocked like
yeah, she's still consistently rocked, and then she
yeah.
hits a whole nother level every October.
Yeah, I guess that's true because like Skull Trooper, you see a whole bunch of them October, but then he kind of dies out throughout the year.
Yeah,
Ghoul Trooper, you see throughout the year, and then you also get the spike
yeah,
in October. So I don't think I'd move both down, but
no.
I'd move maybe Skull Trooper could
Now,
move
when
down
we
to S
look,
tier.
can you scroll up to the S tier? Brian said, "What moves up?" When you look at the S tier, let's look at the S tier real quick. I don't think. I think it might be more of what Kyrie is getting at. I don't know if something moves up. Something could be removed, but I think
Unless something big happens and like they get such a big fan base, or like we figure something out and it like breaks the mold, it shouldn't make God tier.
yeah,
Um,
like because like for instance, like we also want to factor in the market, which makes it that much more stable. Like so, for instance, Visitor, I feel like could move up from where he's at, but then at the same time, I think he stays where he's at because the market hasn't adapted it. If that
and
makes sense.
we haven't edited yet. He
Yeah,
is
top.
we're
He should. You remember we had? Yeah, he's in top tier.
okay. Yeah, he's right
I think
here.
he's. I think he's in
This
the right spot.
yeah,
I
yeah.
I think Paradigm could possibly move up eventually. But I think Visitor, as in like members of popularity in the seven, I mean, he did technically start the storyline, but the market hasn't loved him in that instance. So I wouldn't be quick to move him in that aspect.
Um, I mean, looking at some of this stuff, like I'm trying to think. S tier. See, I'm a big Cuddle Team Leader fan, right?
Yeah,
Does it move down from S tier? I never see anyone rock her.
that's a good point.
I never see anyone rock her. I think she could come back to S tier.
But not right now.
I mean, they still use her in marketing all the time, but no one's rocking the team leaders right now.
Yeah. No,
Like,
Fortnite S1, bring them through, bro. Drop them all in there. You can drop as many as you want.
yeah, we don't have too much planned for this episode. So if you guys got questions, we'll make
Yeah,
this a giant QA.
yeah. Um, could with Brian's point, could something maybe not move up to God tier, but could something go from top tier to S tier? Do you see
Yeah,
anything?
let me look. Let me look. Let me look.
Ice King.
I think Ice King could, but I think we have to wait. I think Prisoner could too, based on where the story is
Hmm.
going.
So they're on a they could possibly be on the move.
Looking at this, I would say any of the seven could move up to S tier,
Hmm.
and Chaos Agent.
I'll give you another one. You want me to give you one that's not based off the game, but based off aesthetic in the card market?
Yeah, that'd be nice. Let's see.
Ragnarok is holding his own. He's a beloved card. So I don't think he should technically move from top tier.
I mean, I think top tier is pretty generous.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
that's pretty generous. I think that's mostly because of how the card looks, don't
yeah.
you?
Oh, for sure. It's all based off aesthetic.
Otherwise, he might just be like a nice to have.
Yeah. Omar said potentially fish stick. Yeah, yeah.
Um, Omar said potentially fish stick to move up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's talk about fish sticks. But
Yeah, yeah.
first, I'm saying
Give it,
move
give
down
your
Hush, Galaxy, and Cuddle Team Leader.
hush galaxy.
I'm not moving down Hush. I don't think.
Well,
But I mean, I guess
okay,
that's true. Wait, is it
okay.
a S tier?
No, it's a top tier.
I guess I could see that. I guess I could see that.
But I tell you what could, I mean, it's a top tier for sure. I can see where they're getting at with that.
Mm-hmm.
I do say this though.
Galaxy.
Hush, Chaos Agent, and Wildcard could have a shift at some point with being double agents. That like Ice King and Prisoner, it hasn't happened yet, so I could see Hush being in top tier instead of for S.
I can't remember what S stands for. We look, was it like superior or something like that?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, uh,
I mean, I've Hush was rocked for was such a sweaty skin. But you know what? If Chaos Agent is in S tier,
right. That's what I was getting. That's what I was.
we're
If
gonna have to,
K, wait,
we're
hold
gonna have to
on,
modify the list.
hold
But
on. We gotta relook this for sure because if Chaos Agent isn't up there, but we have Hush and Wildcard, but Wildcard probably should stay there.
Wild Card needs to stay up there
Yeah, yeah, he
because
needs.
yeah, he may be connected, but he had his own game mode.
Yeah, yeah,
He's like one of the top male skins. You
yeah,
know, um,
yeah.
yeah. If I change something now, I'd move Chaos Agent up and then bring Hush down.
Kari, who you talking about again? Oh,
Yeah, I think I know the hobby's liking them, but the hobby goes crazy on a
where's
skin.
where's Eight Ball at right now?
Eight ball is a is a nice to have actually.
Actually, he could move. He can't move more than top tier, but he could move up based off of him. Let's finish the comics first. Let's revisit that after the
If
four
they
issues.
yeah, so he was in the comics, and if he becomes a main character in the comics, then yeah, we can bring them up to top tier. Um,
Yeah, yeah, Fortnite, Fortnite S1 definitely. I definitely think
but like, how much hobby influence? Because I don't want to change the list just because of like a span of 4 weeks.
no, I mean, well, the thing is we don't get cards. I'm it's hard to tell because I think Omar brought it up a little bit earlier. Matter of fact, I want to get his I don't want to misquote him. Let me see. It was way up here. Oh, he said he's been a fan of the aftermarket hype, really stabilizing after the dust. One can really see the strong cards. I think that's what we're seeing more than just a 4 week run.
Hmm.
I think the strong cards are kind of
The problem with eight ball is we didn't even there wasn't really any sales when the market was high. There just wasn't much of him.
well. Eight ball was one that I can tell you from experience. One was eight ball was one that people were not willing to let go.
Yeah.
Um,
Neither was Hush.
mhm.
Um,
But she's where she's so I mean we have
yeah,
eight
she could
ball
be top
at
tier. Yeah, that's
we have
true.
eight ball all the way down and nice to have. Like matter of fact, if we look at nice to have right now, um,
I like eight ball over jump shot. Um,
oh yeah, of course.
uh,
Uh,
I could see him moving up. Like I'm not a big fan of DJ Yonder or Yonder.
but okay, so do is that where you factor in the hobby in the market because
The
D
only reason that I have DJ Yonder and Yonder in here is because of the card market.
DJ Yonder he has some
Y-
a fan base in the
I
game
just
though.
don't. I think he's a nice to have though. I don't know if he's
I'll say this
because Hayes has a fan base. Zadie has a fan base
yeah for sure
more
is
than DJ Yonder and Yonder.
those are I think those are kind of when it comes to a Yonder and a DJ Yonder, it's kind
Hmm.
of it's slightly separate
Hmm.
because they are in the battle pass. So
So
that
yeah.
that's when it kind of gets a little murky. But for instance, like technically DJ Yonder is more popular than like a Raptor. He's worn more. He's worn more. If we do that, he's worn more than a.
Raptor's more rare though, isn't he? Isn't he earlier?
Nah, well,
I can't remember. Or is
he
he
comes back.
later?
He comes back in the market though, so he's like Red Knight at this point where he had
Yeah.
that rarity. Uh,
I never liked this kid. I never paid attention when he came back in.
yeah, Yonder. I mean, even if you look at it unbiasedly, Yonder is worn more than like a Lux and a Calamity as well. But
All right.
it's from a different aspect.
I mean, it's difficult to see. I like when they said let's wait and see like 8 balls like prices. I think 8 ball can go up to top tier though.
Hmm.
We can do that. I'll write that down. Let's see. I need to write some of these down.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with David where A ball has always been sought after. He was just so hard to find. He was one of those ones that you just it was just, it was A ball was very different. I mean, I do think that after the sell, we'll see more. I'll give it 3 weeks and we possibly could see more 8 balls. It'll be interesting if we don't. That means people really don't want to sell it. So I don't know.
Or yeah, or they're just not a. Maybe all the kids got them when they opened the boxes up in Target.
Yeah.
Like we have to remember, Series One. Oh, that was Series Two. Never mind. But even
Hmm.
Series Two had kids buying it.
Yeah. Uh
I want to go back to fish sticks real quick. Someone was saying God tier for fish sticks. So if you guys haven't read the comics, there's gonna be a little bit of a spoiler here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fish sticks dies again in the comics,
yeah.
and they make it like a whole like kind of funny joke inside the comic
Hmm.
about him dying. So the first time he died in the last comic series, they pretty much confirmed it.
Yeah.
Um, and we keep seeing him on covers. He has a cover with him dead. He's died in both comic stories.
Hmm.
I'm getting the feeling they're gonna make this like a long lasting joke.
Like the way
Like
they did
whenever you
Pilly.
see fish sticks, he ends up dying,
Hmm.
and that might give him even more meme because like in game, normally the fish sticks dies. If you're
Hmm.
playing with fish sticks, normally you're gonna lose.
Yeah.
So they might be like they make
Depending what era you talking about, but yeah.
yeah, I guess any
Yeah.
fish stick I play, I kill. If I die to a fish stick,
Because Fish Stick was sweaty for a while. Especially around that binge
I
fishy era.
I just know that if I ever died to a fish stick, I was pissed. Like that was like hardcore. Like I can't believe I did that. It's a
Yeah.
fucking fish. Um, so I don't know. I mean, I think he could go to God tier if they do something
Well,
like that.
also it's interesting. I'm staying on the Fish Stick. It seemed as though like we said, Pilly and Fish Stick was that heavy marketable skins, right?
Yep.
And they started doing it with Pilly in the game. So it was like, do we want to do this with two different, two
Hmm.
different characters at the same time? That kind of takes away from it. So it's like they left Pilly for the game, give him that, and then they gave that to Fish Stick in the market. And I think that's a good balancing factor. I actually like that a lot.
So the thing I'm trying to figure out is how do fish sticks escape the loop?
In fact, I mean, it might have been around them. It might have
he
been
must have
around those seasons, bro.
he must have got lucky or something. He must have been I don't know. Um, where is Vi on the list? She's on the blaster box. Um, so I like any of the skins that are in the crew pass.
Hmm.
Vi or V, whatever her name. She's
Yeah.
also connected to Drift in some way, part of that clan. But if
Hmm.
they put them into the crew list, that gets my attention because they put Chaos Agent in there. They put a lot of Midas's team in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't remember where we put her. I don't. Oh, we didn't. This list came out before Series 3.
Hmm.
We knew Midas was coming, so we put Midas on the list.
Yeah.
We have not updated this list since,
It's been a while. Yeah.
yeah, since Series 2.
And
We're gonna have.
a lot has happened, and like Omar said, Omar called it that this moment was gonna come. But I think that's fun to look back, like after a couple months and after things happen.
Mhm.
Like Kyrie and Brian is talking about 8 ball. Brian said straight capital allocation, no, for sure. And I mean, he definitely 8 ball definitely has to move up. Fish stick, where we have fish stick, S tier.
I think we,
Oh, yeah, he'll stay there
yeah,
for now. For now, I think.
but I think he out of this list, him and Drift
Hmm.
have the most potential.
Yeah.
You know, I'm looking at Dark Bomber. If Skull Troop is up there, should Dark Bomber be up there?
So this is what you know what I feel about Dark Bomber. Dark Bomber is hands down one of my favorite skins. And if you add the lore to it, Bright Bomber slash Dark Bomber, because they're the same. Bright Bomber was the first one affected by the cube, which changed her into Dark Bomber. So I always say that those two are completely tied together. And it's hard to move one without the other.
Yeah, and we can't
And
move. Yeah, we can't move Bright Bomber up. So
yeah, it yeah, I think they're good right there just because they have to move together. It's one
yeah,
of those things in my opinion. Uh
he said 1v1 me wearing fish sticks.
I like that.
Oh god,
Yeah.
I do I have fish sticks? Was he? He's an item shop skin, right?
No,
I do
he
not.
said I think he's saying he gonna wear fish stick.
I'm just wondering. Is he was item shop, right?
Yeah,
Okay, good. I don't own him. Um, David says not everything on the box is a must. I think that's true.
yeah,
I've seen some skins on the box that aren't a must. I mean, because if you look at it, it's like they put Jonesy on the box. They didn't even put him in the set.
yeah. That let's see.
I mean, they're just no one uses the 7 in game. Are they that nostalgic? I think they could make it there one day.
Uh
I
that's interesting though. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I think after once again, it's a couple. I say is 8 ball, even fish stick, the 7. After this run of comics, so let's say October, let's call it October. That's also when Fort Nightmare start. So we'll have a lot of info then.
Hmm.
Um, I think there could be a major shift. I do think the 7 should move up together. Uh, it's
Now, when you say when the foundation gets a card, does he go higher than the rest of the 7?
I think they'll all be in the same spot, except it's hard to call. That is a hard call because technically, Foundation is
He's the leader, and and he has a fan base.
they all do. They
Yeah,
all
that's true.
do.
They all do.
They it's one of those things where they kind of move together, and obviously, like you'll say, like so. For instance, Visitor is probably the most unpopular out of the 7, just because he's kind of the Visitor and the Scientist. But overall, I kind of link them together.
Yeah, so I'm saying this is kind of how I feel is that we can't move them up yet because even though there's comics, it's still speculative, right?
For the
I
7.
mean, yeah, I mean it's still because we're like trying to look into the future. I think it's a high confidence, but it's not there yet
I
for God tier
I'm well, no, I
or
don't. Well, they're not even in
yeah, they're
S
not even.
tier.
That's what I'm saying
So
because
yeah,
they were
like
saying they should move up to S tier,
yeah, they should definitely
and
move up
that's
to
pretty
S tier
speculative. They like
for the
they'd have
7.
to stick with the 7, and they'd all get movies, and like they go down as like the best, you know.
I actually think the 7 is the most sure when it comes to that.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but it has to go the way that we think it's gonna go.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Because it
I
could die. They could die. Yeah, we don't really
because
know.
I mean they have more than Midas right now.
They do,
You know what I mean? So that's why I'm like I
but
don't know.
they're not used more than Midas.
No, but that's why Midas is God tier, not S
Yeah,
tier.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so is the
Do you think
7.
do you think they could jump up all the way to S tier, like just skip top
I think
tier?
a few of them. It goes back to your point. I think a few of them can. Like
Okay.
I think like for instance, the visitor and the scientist probably will stay S tier. I think
You mean
singularity.
top tier?
No, I think they could stay. They should go. I mean, they should go S tier.
You think
Um,
visitor and scientist should go S tier, and paradigm and singular should stay top tier?
no, I think paradigm and singularity are the ones that could possibly go to
Okay.
God
You
tier.
said the reverse. Oh, you want them to go all the way to God tier.
Not yet, but I think that's where they could end up.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's interesting.
yeah. I 100%. Now, also, let me preference that Singularity is one of my PC cards. I don't
Hmm.
have a Paradigm yet, but I've always felt that way about Singularity. That was number one for me. Paradigm, when Donald Mustard confirmed it,
Yeah,
that's when
yeah.
that shifted for me. So
That's
that
when that
that
shifted. Yeah.
yeah
When
yeah
Donald Mustard was talking about singularity, he said she's going to be important for the next 2 years,
yeah
which it
yeah
still hasn't been 2 years since then. It's been
yeah
like a year, so we have a whole nother year to go. Um, I agree with the
right.
Raven. I agree with the Raven here. Um, What do you feel about Raven? And I mean Crystal.
Uh,
So
I think
I never felt Crystal should be up there, but I know you and Black Ash and a few others did.
I think
She's
that yeah. Well, you gotta. The thing is, Crystal. You understand that Crystal is as popular as Aura, right?
no, not anymore.
That
I don't think Crystal's as popular as Aura. I think she's
they were very
at
even for a very long time.
yeah, but not the entire time.
No, they were.
I think Aura's used way more than like so if there's the percentage list
Well,
and
you have
Aura
more styles
was
of Aura.
yeah, but Aura was used 4% one season and the next was Battle Pass skins. Crystal wasn't even in on that.
When?
Um
Wait. When you talking about?
what season was that? Chapter 2 season is one of her sweatier seasons too. Chapter 2 season 7 or 8, I can't remember.
Hmm. I
And like
mean,
Aura was used 4%. That's what the statistics said.
yeah, of course. I mean, the thing is, do I think Crystal held her weight? No, but at the time, for sure, she definitely. I'll stand on that she was very, very equal.
I would say Crystal over. I guess Hush has to come down.
But now here's the thing though. What to Dill's point, there's no way that Wildcard should be over any of the seven in that aspect.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
Are you moving Royal Knight down? Someone said Royal Knight.
No, I'm keeping Royal Knight there.
Yeah, me
I
too.
think I think Royal Knight still holds her weight just like Gold Trooper. Uh and then Collectible Investor has a good interesting point. Let me know what you feel about this. Uh we actually agree with that. Uh
Yeah,
we actually agree with that Collectible Investor. I will say that my tune has changed a little bit when it comes to the storyline. I've always liked the storyline in cards. I know Dylan had a little bit of a different point of view when it came to that, but the movement of the comics and the storyline now, I do think that they hold their weight, but I don't think that they should hold it over game importance. So I do agree with that in totality.
I think nostalgia is going to play the biggest factor.
Yeah. Yeah.
So so I would say like 8 Ball selling for so much.
Yeah.
I feel like in the future that's going to be done because someone really loves that skin and there's only like one or two available.
Yeah.
You know, that's what's going to drive that price up, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, like nostalgia and what's nostalgic for me as a gamer is what I used to play with.
Hmm.
Like, I find that more so. But when we
See.
talk comics, I think that's more long term because we're trying to predict the future. Because if it's successful comics, it goes to successful shows and successful movies, which builds its own nostalgia, which in turn could make them
Hmm.
more effective, you know? So we
Yeah.
have to think about it all.
Also,
Um,
yeah, like I think you're completely right, and I like this opinion. Omar brought this up before, and I do think we should start factoring this in, especially if we go the distance with this tier list. At first, it was just like this fun thing we did, but now
yeah.
I think it's really great, and I think
If
it's
real
yeah,
quick, if you guys weren't there for it, what we did is we went live and we had a group of people and we were just going through skins and we
hmm
were rearranging the list all together and that's
hmm
how we got this list. Um, so yes, it can be modified. It needs to be.
so Omar pretty much said that it should be like a percentage base out of 100, on some comic hard market, and then gameplay playability, and then he even added that maybe even fan base. I do think that would help a lot because it's a like Dylan said earlier when it came to, like, let's say Visitor and Midas. Yeah, Visitor has more lore than Midas, but Midas has lore and he's worn in game, so there's no way that those two could be on the same track unless the percentages start evening out in other categories.
There's so many other things too because if you another category is like what does Donald Mustard hint at,
Hmm.
and like he hinted at Singularity and he
Yeah.
hinted at Midas, you know, and you can't really make that its own category, but that's got to have some weight.
Yeah, and I think that falls into, I think, like, so for instance, you see that comic percentage. I think that would be comic slash game lore in general, because if y'all don't know, you can follow the game lore and the end events and never have to read the comics, and you I mean, technically, in my opinion, you would be confused, but they're trying to make it where you could have it. They don't have to be connected. So
Hmm.
I think having it like comic slash game lore, I think that definitely comes into play to what you're saying.
All right, let's catch up on some of these comments because we got a lot here. Um, aka Bog. If you guys don't know, he has his own YouTube show where he talks about the comics.
Shout out to AKA.
So the Foundation is played by The Rock in the
Hmm.
game. He voices The Rock. He does a lot of like fun like ads for the Fortnite too. Like
Yeah,
he did a leak of him in his own gym where
yeah,
like his helmet was inside his refrigerator, the
right.
Foundation helmet.
Hmm.
Um, so yes, I mean you guys know that I said there's a movie, there's series. I think all this is coming. Um, the Rock is such a big name. Like it doesn't get more A list than that.
Yeah.
He has his own fan base just from like him, not even just his movies.
Hmm.
So yeah, if he when he plays, I think that just says the movie's gonna be great.
Yeah,
Um, I can't think of a rock movie I don't like.
yeah,
But that's another big point for the
yeah.
foundation.
And then let me go to this one real quick. Cause I actually so I agree with this a lot. I actually agree with this a lot more than I even used to. I'll say that. Um, and I'll tell you what the shift for me was. I always say this. Once you get a series one crystal shard in your hand, a lot of your opinions just go out the window. Like it just does. It's so funny. It's an interesting take. And the reason why I agree with this is because cards like the Ragnarok, Spider Knight, all of those cards are loved in the market or the hobby of Fortnite cards, and they have the aesthetic to withstand time. And I think a lot of people do love those cards separate from anything.
Hmm.
So I do think those can come into play, and that would be where the percentage base comes in. You know what I mean? That may not bump them all the way up, but it may give them a slight boost when it comes to the percentages.
Well, I remember back when I was first starting, and I was trying to give some people advice based off just my opinion.
Hmm.
Um, And I was like, well, it's all about the game related stuff. This was before the comics and everything, when
Hmm.
anything's possible. So if a card looks badass, right,
Yeah.
like Spider Knight,
Hmm.
and like the card market likes it,
Hmm.
they still have the chance for it to come back in a show or a movie.
Exactly.
They still have that chance. They didn't have that like when we first started collecting Fortnite cards. That wasn't even a possibility, but now it is.
Right.
So, and I've met people, a lot of people who are really into the cards and never played the game and they're falling in love with it. So
Hmm.
yeah, it has to get some worth there. So I
and
agree.
and we're just gonna hint at it. We're gonna do some promotion for this because this is probably me and Dylan's favorite moment. We do have an interview coming up. We just did it this week. We won't say who it is yet, but this collector is very very strategic and has a great perspective. And I think once y'all see this interview, a lot of what Fortnite S1 is saying and a lot of what collectible investors is saying, a lot of those things are going to come into play. And I think y'all enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, I think the interview we're gonna release it on Wednesday coming up.
Hmm.
So stay tuned for that. It should be a really good watch.
Yeah.
Here's another one. If you could have one PSA 10 ice of a character outside your god tier list, what would it be?
Mm.
See, I'm a big fan of Cuddle Team Leader, like you said. I just said
Hmm.
that she should probably move down,
Yeah.
but I don't think that's like long term. I don't have a USA version yet, but I want the shard of that one. So that's the card for me, if you were to ask me.
Mine's
What
was
about you?
mine's will be Dead Fire all day. Just based off of aesthetic, and I loved it. I actually love, it's crazy, I love the skin. I would never wear the skin. So
Hmm.
when it came into the card market and the card looked the way it did, it was perfect for me because I do enjoy it, but you know how it goes. It's not a
Yep.
skin that you I wouldn't
Hmm.
touch that skin in game. It's too bulky, it has too much going on. But the card market allowed me to love that skin and that card separately. So Deadfire would definitely be mine, and probably Tomato Head.
I'm not gonna lie. Ultimate Knight has that look
Yeah.
like if I wasn't such a gamer and like never played with that skin, I was like,
Mhm.
okay, that's a pretty cool looking card in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, I'm definitely Cuddle team leader. But I, you know what I think about Cuddle. I
Yeah.
think she's got places to go.
For sure. Let's see. I think collectible vest. Let's see what. Hold on. We got some. Let's see this one. Oh yeah, collectible investor. He is attempting something. I'm pretty sure he's pretty close now, so I don't think he cares. But he wants all the tier 100, you know, skins. Like that's
I
his
love
goal,
that.
and that's amazing. That's the type of collector that I like. That's what I enjoy. Like that niche type angle. I think that's dope.
Yeah, like in other collectors, like in other like industries, like Pokemon or like
Mm,
sports, for instance, they'll collect like a rainbow of a single player. You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
I really or like they'll collect that year's rookies, all their
hmm
autos or something.
hmm
Um, collecting all the 100 tier skins, that's pretty cool.
And the thing is, it always gives you your own personal chase every time a series comes out.
Hmm.
Like you have your own thing going on every time a series comes out. Like obviously it will be the main chase card. Obviously he got lucky because it happened to be Midas this time, which is a which is a tier 100 skin. But
And you
yeah, I
probably
think
that'll
that's
probably
great.
happen a lot, right? That
Yeah,
probably
yeah, for sure.
you know.
So I think that is a great I think that's a great chase. I think that's a great angle of the market. And I would love to see more things like that in like unique collections in that aspect.
All right, let's
Uh,
see. You
and
got another one?
then this slight one, when it comes to Omar, we're not talking about like rumors in general. We're talking about what Donald Mustard says. What Donald Mustard says is like that's like cemented. Like he's orchestrating it. So if anything else, yeah, rumors are not as tangible for sure. But when it comes to what Donald Mustard says, I don't think a card should move up immediately off of that. But if you are in that market to kind of find an angle that hasn't happened yet, what Donald Mustard says, you really can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, Donald Mustard. He's sneaky.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he's sneaky.
You got something?
Let me see. I just had to catch up some of these comments here.
Yeah, I'll let you put this next one.
Some people say they never see Crystal in game. Some say they do. Yeah, it's hard to go off of that. I see Crystal. I see a lot of skins. She's pretty tough.
But with that aspect, that back and forth, she technically could drop now. I think we should treat it like a power ranking, except like for sure because like there's gonna be some skins slash characters that end up in God tier. It's gonna be a lot of movement for sure, especially
Hmm.
with the way the game is going now.
How would you say Crystal looks card wise? Is
Mm,
it forgettable? Is it could it slip through the cracks just based on presentation?
It could slip through the cracks just based off of presentation. It's not.
I'm in the same field for that
It
one.
doesn't have that. It doesn't have what it needs to be that aesthetic card.
Hmm.
I will say this. I will say a card that I don't have yet. Probably killing myself with this one, but when it comes to the crystal one, if crystal's there, you can even do like a tigress. A tigress is a great one.
Tigress is an underrated
Yeah,
one.
tigress is an underrated one
All
for
right,
sure.
what's the comic that just came out that had what's I always forget her name.
Oh,
She's
hey.
on Hayes just came out. She might be underrated.
hmm
Out there, yeah, we have her on nice to have right here.
Yeah.
She just got a comic cover and she's pretty sweaty too.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean the card is gonna move up, but those is ones that you could get at a, get now that not investment
I
in
would,
growth.
yeah, I mean, I
It's
wouldn't
just
pay crazy amounts for her.
no. But if it's a undervalued card or a cheap card, if you can find them in that range,
Hmm.
I think those are some good ones.
To answer David's question, how many skins are left? Well, I think there's just under 1,300
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
skins,
Yeah.
and they've been coming out. The rate that they're releasing new skins is like increasing,
hmm
right?
hmm
Like almost like every other day, you're getting like a new skin almost. Um, so I'm not worried about that. We have
hmm
plenty to go after for a series.
I have a random thing that could happen. And I just so you know how what if they may not be able to use, let's say, a Batman or a Spider-Man in the cards, right? That's
Hmm.
probably not gonna happen. It's just too many things that have to go into that. But could they possibly find a way to, if they could pull it off in a way, would it be with their zero outfits? So Catwoman, Batman, Spider-Man. They have zero outfits. They have outfits that's created, with Fortnite's team. Could that possibly slip through the cracks at some point?
I don't think so because just like the Fortnite version of Galactus, they need Marvel's permission to use it. even in
Yeah.
their
But
comics.
what
So
what I mean by that is that they gave them that Galactus is a little different because they didn't go all the way with Galactus. They used
yeah,
him, but I mean they literally sat down with the team and created
it's
these
still their IP. So
but yeah, I mean, but look at the relationship. Like
yeah,
that I mean, it's like it's their IP, but now
but
they're
do they have that relationship with Panini? Because I think it's Panini that has to get the be able to use it, not Epic Games.
but that's what I'm saying. That's the hard part because
Yeah,
Marvel is under Upper Deck. So that would
yeah.
be but also it's
What's
interesting.
DC? Is DC under Panini?
I'm not sure. I'm
There's
not
new
sure on that one.
DC cards out now,
Yeah.
isn't there?
Yeah.
I don't know who they're under. Um, let's see.
Let's see what
You wonder what considered Jonesy rookie card. You want to know what I consider Jonesy's rookie card? Um, I consider his recruit Jonesy from Reloaded. That's his rookie card for me. What about you?
uh Jonesy's rookie card. I guess it would have to be, yeah, it would have to be in Reloaded, like as in like pure Jonesy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I guess it would be the
I actually
recruit.
have it. We got it.
Yeah. Um. Let's see what. Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
So
That would be the closest to me in my. Jonesy's tough, man. Jonesy's a lot. He's. But yeah, I think that would be the closest.
it says you couldn't see. I tried to get it to say it says recruit, and then in parentheses it says Jonesy. Came out in 2020.
Yeah.
That's what it says on the back. It's actually his name. Um, and it's the recruit version, which means it's like the IO version of when he got
Yeah.
recruited.
Yeah.
Um, I remember when it came out, I was like big on Jonesy because we thought that Jonesy was the main character,
Mm,
but he's a major character,
yeah.
but he's not the main character. As
Uh.
said from what's his name, Donald Mustard, the main character is the island. It's the 0 point.
He has the most. He has the most character development by far.
Yeah, he was the
By
first one
yeah.
with character development.
Yeah. And it is.
Hmm.
And I would say the after that. Yeah.
Foundation is coming next.
Yeah. Because like you know what sucks though? I will say this. What kind of sucks is Renegade Raider done? Like she's back home. Like is it? Do you think there will be anything else on Renegade Raider?
I do. I mean, they chose her for a reason. They said
Hmm.
that she was the first one out of the loop. That's pretty major point, right?
Hmm.
She was there for 4 years. We don't know where she came from.
Yeah.
We need to know more about that story. What if she actually used to work for the IO, but then she got in the
Mm.
loop and she forgot?
Yeah.
What
So
if she
you.
gets home and she remembers everything because we don't know why she got there.
Yeah.
So what she could still be connected to the story some way,
Hmm.
just not the loop.
True. That's true.
You can't write off anybody really.
Hmm.
And Renegade Raider is like badass on her own. She doesn't need to be story related. She's like one of the most well known skins of Fortnite.
Hmm. That let's see. Let's see.
The Koro Koro OG Jonesy rookie. This came out before Koro Koro. I think Koro Koro came out in 2021.
Uh Midas Reloaded has always been like just thrown to the side. He's always been consistent though. I will say
Yeah.
that his price never really drops, like, in that aspect.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think first of all, it looks amazing. That card looks great. So I like the Midas
I should
Reloaded.
have pulled it over here too. Yeah, the I like the Midas Reloaded. Um, he's all gold, and it's his rookie card.
Yeah, yeah. And
I think they go for about 15 to $20 on eBay
yeah.
for the
Oh yeah.
base.
Oh yeah, and Omar is right because I don't know if y'all know Panini also does the overseas comics. Like Panini
Hmm.
does the overseas comics. So they, that could get interesting, but it's more international than USA. So, like Omar said.
Fortnite season 1 says, "Can we talk about the assumed nostalgia factor in the near future? So many people have this narrative that we buy now, hold 10 years, and wait for nostalgia to come back." Um, So I don't think we have to wait 10 years for nostalgia.
Yeah.
Um, I'm already nostalgic whenever I see anything from chapter 1.
Hmm.
Even at this point, almost chapter 2,
Yeah.
and it's like
I think
nostalgia is a funny thing. I don't know, it's like I
no,
think
and you're right. Yeah.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, chapter 2, like, I remember Misty, like, it was my landing point. I'm nostalgic about that, seeing the cherry blossoms. I got nostalgic about Lucky Landing.
Hmm.
Um, so I don't think we have to wait 10 years. I think the 5 to 10 year thing is like our expectations of when gamers will be in the collecting mode.
This is actually a perfect moment because I think we scaled over it because we got such good content. The Black Knight sale.
Okay.
Um, the reason why I brought that up is because to what he's saying is it is very important because like that 10 years from now, like it's hard for me to look at it that way because I'll say this is so much that I personally have to do for my collection to get to certain cards that I want. So I have like this. Okay, I'm a sports fan, so I treat my cards as a team. So don't judge me. Like I have like the 15 roster, but there is those holds I definitely think are gonna the nostalgia is just different with Fortnite. Like Dylan said, it's just like you think about Paradise Palms, it immediately takes you back. It's things
Hmm.
like that. So I mean, this sale makes me want to bring that up though because I think a lot of collectors were frustrated with this sale. A lot of people felt that it was undervalued. I think me and Omar has talked about this a lot. Dill, I know me and you have. Um, when it comes to sales like this, cards have to sell. People are going to sell when they want to. Everybody's not going to hold their card for 10 years. Let's just say I don't know who this person was, but let's say they put it out of a mega box. Let's say they put it out of a mega box at $1,000, right? They made a lot of profit for their time, and we are in a recession. We are approaching a recession, I should say, and gas prices are high. People have to support their families. We don't know why this person sells. So I don't think we should get on people or saying that people are selling because they're scared. You get what I mean? I don't like that narrative. I don't like
Yeah.
that narrative of people panic selling. I don't think this was a panic sell. Maybe it was, but I don't think that we should automatically assume that just
Well,
because somebody puts it up in a down market.
yeah. We also don't know, are they a collector or long term? Did they play the game?
Yeah,
Shit. If I didn't play the game,
I'll be taking profit all the time.
God, yeah. Like if I didn't play Fortnite and I wasn't so big on it and I didn't love it, right?
Yeah,
And I pulled a Black Knight and I could flip it for 14,000 profit.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I'm probably doing that.
yeah,
But I mean, I
yeah,
believe in it heavily, and I actually like to collect my stuff.
yeah.
I sell every now and then, but like I have my main collection that I don't want to sell.
Like it's just it's one of those things where it's like like for instance, everybody, let's just say the people that have a Black Knight, right? If people that have a Black Knight, let's say 80% of them hold it for 10 years, there's gonna be sales in between that. You kind of need sales in between that. In a down market, I think seeing sales in a down market and in a bull market, you understand the car better. You know what I mean? Like now that you see it sell for 15K, we've seen it for 50, we've seen it for 23.6 in a BGS 9.5. We're seeing all of these sales. We're getting a lot of data. We're understanding people can talk better, negotiate, trade better. I think this is healthy for the market, especially when all that smoke clears.
Um, uh, I think this was a record breaker for their weekly auction.
Right.
So
Put
this
it,
isn't this
yeah,
isn't a Black Knight record beater.
yeah.
This is for PWCC, their weekly auction. It broke some kind of record for that.
And I do want to shout out Tyler. I don't want to butcher his last name, but Tyler, what is it, Gowinski? Sorry if I butchered your last name, bro. He pushed for this for PWCC really hard. Like he really wanted this to be market. If y'all don't know, he works for PWCC and he pushes for Fortnite all the time. And he was a part of the reason why this was promoted so much. So this opened a lot of collectors' eyes, including PWCC. So I think this is a major win.
Omar says, season 3 they were flipping for 50%. Yeah, I mean, series 3 megas were all flipped. Like I didn't see any
Yeah,
in retail.
Yeah.
I know people are panicking. Like I wanted to touch on this a little bit. Like people are panicking about the Midas pop
Yeah.
numbers. All right,
Yeah.
first of all, I don't think a Midas should be going out the gate. I said like 3 to 500
Yeah.
before it dropped, and people were selling for 1,000. Someone listed theirs for 15,000 when it
Mhm.
first dropped. But yeah, we're at like what? We're over like over 30, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
31 ish or 30
Mhm.
ish. Um, that's not a lot, guys. It's
No.
like, and the way they released the megas this year was very different than Series 1 and Series 2. Series
Mhm.
1 and Series 2 were Target exclusive.
Mhm.
Target got all the megas and they put them out in their actual store. This
Yeah.
time, online retailers got it, smaller stores got it,
Yeah.
and Target got it, but Target sold all theirs on their website.
Yeah. Yeah.
So kids didn't get these, flippers got these. People
Mhm.
with bots got these, and they were looking to flip.
Yeah.
Right? So we might just see a whole bunch hit the market at once. We may have already seen most of the supply. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's hard to just like look at everything and just make assumptions because we don't ever have the full facts.
Yeah. Yeah. It for sure. And also, I don't know if y'all know this. I'm gonna just throw this out here. Somebody did get a fixed price PSA 10 Black Knight Crystal Shower for 10K. Did you know that?
Say that again one more time.
After this sale, somebody got a fixed price PSA 10 Black Knight Crystal Shower USA print for 10K off of PWCC.
So someone listed it for 10K and then it sold.
Yeah, at a fixed price. Yeah.
And how long was it up?
It was up there for a while. I don't know if they changed the price. I don't know what happened, but all I know is once this sold out, I mean once this sold, that fixed price one
I don't
definitely,
I don't
yeah.
remember seeing a USA Black Knight PSA 10 at 10K. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it was on PWCC.
No wonder it sold.
Yeah, yeah, y'all can yeah, that was one that went under the radar, but yeah, it definitely happened, bro. It definitely happened. It was pretty crazy.
And
I don't know how that seller feels because it's not eBay. This is PWCC. I
yeah.
don't think you can back out. You know what I mean? So I don't
Mhm.
know how that plays out. I don't know that information. But oh, Fortnite S1 said it was during extended building. Yeah, we can definitely talk more about this after, but yeah, it did happen.
Omar says, yes, David Adams. I don't think they ever said they dried up. They just took it down,
Hmm.
right? I have a hard feeling they went from having stock to sold out right
Yeah,
when prices took a dive.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
like, why would you go and buy megas at the same price that they were before when the shards are like under
Hmm.
500?
Hmm.
So I think they still have some,
Yeah,
but I have no way to know this. I just looking at it logically here.
yeah.
I was hoping they were gonna bring the price down, but instead, I think they just took them down.
Hmm.
They're gonna wait for the market to
I
recover.
thought I thought Series One Megas went back up on David Adams for like what was it, like 11 or 12?
They're not right now.
They're not.
Let me go check. When did
Me,
you see them go up?
I think it was a couple days ago.
I just
Don't
looked.
quote. Yeah,
I
don't
just looked
quote
a couple
me.
of days and I didn't see it.
I don't know for. I think I'll
Let's
just
see.
look unless they cleaned out after. I mean,
Let's see if they're back up.
they might not be.
I think they're still cleaned out. Yeah,
Yeah, they
yeah.
are. You're right.
I
Oh
think
shoot.
I think they just took them down.
Yeah,
Honestly,
you know what they do though. They're
yeah,
they're they're figuring they're refiguring out the price and everything. Yeah,
yeah, and they'll relist them. Like I thought they were gonna lower the price, um, but I don't think they were selling out at 1,000 a box when you could buy PSA nines for under 500.
yeah. See, Fortnite. That's what I thought. I thought I seen it. It was up for 12. Yeah, it was up for 12.50. That's crazy. Somebody must have cleaned it out.
Or they took it back down.
Yeah, that's true.
They went up to 12.50.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's see. I want to see something real quick. Let's see.
yeah, they keep
Yeah.
selling. I don't know that they're selling out. I mean,
No,
I would be surprised.
they're definitely selling out. I just don't know if they reposted it again after they sold out, but they're definitely selling out. Like, cause I think they put 12 to 15 up at a time.
Yeah. I find it hard to believe that they'd be able to increase the price while the card prices were going down.
Would you?
Kind, I'd be surprised that people were buying. I
Yeah,
guess
I mean, yeah,
that's what I'm surprised about.
yeah. I mean, yeah, because you can do like, let's be real, like you have the opportunity for sure to pull a Black Knight Pilly A, B, and
Yeah,
C,
that's true.
but at the same time, you can do so well with that 1200 in this market right now with not ripping. You know what I mean? Like you said, I just don't see why
It
somebody
was
would.
risky before at like
Yeah,
900.
yeah.
Now it makes almost no sense. Um, but hey, maybe that means card prices are going to go back up. I don't know.
Yeah, Omar, that's what I'm thinking. I think that they're recalibrating. That's what I think. I think they're recalibrating for sure.
Well, if it starts getting attention, we're all screwed because the markets. I mean, the Fortnite card community is pretty small.
Hmm.
You know, it's just these things are super rare that if like it actually starts getting real attention, um, it's going to explode again.
That's what I mean. I I think me and David probably had like our conversation almost a year ago now in DMs where we were talking about that. I'm like, a lot of people don't understand. Once that shift happens,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people will be priced out, including myself. So I am not rushing to that moment. I want that moment to happen for sure. Like I do want people Fortnite to get that popular. Um, but it's gonna happen. And when it does, a lot of people will be priced out. So I'm just sitting here chilling in this down market, getting cars that I need, that I want. And yeah, I'm enjoying the down and the ups. The bull and the bear.
I do get this. I mean, maybe they are buying the megas because there's like none on eBay. People like to gamble.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not one of
that's
those people because like whenever you go on like the Facebook group and people do like buy a spot for $10, that's not me. I know I'm gonna lose.
hmm.
But people like I guess people like to gamble. I like to rip. I just don't like the gambling part of
See,
it.
but that's why I won't buy. That's why I won't buy sealed product, because I know it won't stay sealed, and that doesn't make sense for me. So I won't do it.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I know people are selling right now, but I'm fine with them selling. Like I'm a collector. I
Yeah.
there's cards I want, you know, and there's cards that I want to buy, but I would never buy at a certain price.
Man,
Um,
listen, this is when I take this is when I go into straight trade system. Like I take all the cars that I have extremely valuable profit in that is not a part of my PC that I've been stacking, and then I put it into cars that I want in this time instead of for putting new money in.
I guess so. Fortnite S1. I bought a lot of Italy megas, and I struck out so bad on those that I've been so scared to buy a USA mega at $1,000. You know, like I remember I
Mhm,
bought like 10. Um, I'm trying to remember what was like my best card. Like
mhm.
I got like spatulas and skins I hated, and I was like, I was scared at that point.
Yeah.
What do you spend $1,000 on one mega? You know, you got 200 different cards you could get. You get a spatula and like Moth Mando.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't, like, Series 3 was a joy to rip. That was very cheap, but when it comes to Series 1, I can't take that risk. I can't. It's just it I will much rather get the cars that I want, knowing I'm getting the cars that I want, than to do that. Like, now if you have the disposable
Oh,
income,
like
that's
I
yeah,
would love to rip
yeah,
if I had
yeah,
the
yeah,
income to do it. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, for sure.
But you can't do it with like you can easily make your money back.
For sure.
Now,
That's
if they brought the prices down like 700,
mhm.
oh, I might buy some.
Yeah. Like if you have the disposable income, don't factor any of this in, because like you can do a little bit. You If you have that level, you can do a lot more, and
Hmm.
make very, I mean, we've seen it. We've seen
Yeah.
people open 4 mega boxes and do very well. So that's different. As for me, that I can't play in that field.
Yeah, I can't stomach it at 1,000 a box. I'm just maybe for my birthday one year, you know.
I like this I like this aspect that's going on with the, because we always know how Omar feels and we know how Fortnite S1 feels. So I think it's interesting because so many different collectors have so many different opinions on that. Um
Oh, well,
mine's just comes down to the opportunity I can take compared to the opportunity at hand.
I mean, I think the best opportunity for me right now, I think, is Series 3 shards. I've been just, like, amazed.
Yeah,
I've been amazed at the prices for these shards. It's like people see that they're all on eBay, so they're like, "Oh, they're cheap. I'm not gonna
yeah,
buy them." Until, like, there's no more on eBay.
hmm
Like, I remember doing this with Aura. Like, when I bought my Aura shards, I was buying them for, like, 25 a pop, right?
hmm
And then I was like, "You guys are crazy not valuing Aura." I was talking about it, and then no more on the market. Like, it was, like, hard. It's like everyone was chasing for it, and, like, that's gonna happen. They're gonna
Well,
dry up.
yeah, like that's why, like that's why it's so is I have to. I just enjoy seeing how everybody collects because
Mhm.
your approach to any market is going to be different based off of what you want to accomplish. And I think, like you said, that making sure you get your grounds. So when that does happen, when the tide does flip, you don't feel like you missed out.
Dill, I can't stand you, I swear to God.
Ah,
Aura is not a pump and dump, I'm telling you.
yeah. See
Aura
the
is a pump and hold, let me say.
now, like, listen, the thing, and that's the interesting thing. I mean, I'm definitely out of this. I have almost one card of everything, so I can't. I'm just out the market if I sell.
Mhm.
So I mean, it's but not like what you. I think what you did with your. See, the thing is, yours is weird. The reason why yours is weird because you were in so early and you got them at the prices that you did. That you seen the opportunity of the way people would view it, and you seen the way you looked at it. So it ended up being a PC
Yeah.
card, and it was obviously this card was going to be sought after. So it's interesting on your end. That's
Well,
it
yeah,
just
exactly. And the thing I wanna clarify, like, when I bought Aura at $25 for a shard. I then bought her like 100 something shard. I bought her like 400. I had people who wanted it, and I sold them, for what I bought later, because they couldn't find it, So like I had so many auras at one point, but like I kept selling them to people I knew.
yeah.
And then I bought one graded at 1,000, So it's like I was buying them for all sorts of prices because I believe in that card.
There's no card in Series 3 that can pass Midas.
Uh, no, I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
I serious Midas is the best card in Series 3.
Yeah, it's the first like we said. It's the first. Series 2 was a little interesting because there were so many things that went into it, and that originally it was a Series 2 was a slow growth out the gate. Midas is gonna be that is that card for sure.
He has too much going for him. I mean, he's tier 100. He's battle pass. He has story. He has a fan base. He can be a sweat skin.
Hmm.
Um, he's gold. I mean, come
Hmm.
on now. Um, he's the chase for Series 3. It's not even close. It hasn't been like that obvious since like the Black Knight, really.
Yeah.
It's actually more obvious because people were confused between Skull Trooper and Black Knight, which
Hmm.
I would
It was
understand.
a yeah. It
That's like
wasn't.
it could have gone either way. I get that back then.
Hmm.
Midas not so much out of this case. Now there's a lot of good. I want to say almost S tier skins
Yeah.
in Series 3. At least a lot of top tier ones.
Yeah. Kari has some great points right here.
The first one, that's true. Is it 30x though for PSA 10?
Yeah. Well, it
No,
was
because
at
like
one point.
a Black Knight.
Oh, you mean is it no, I don't think it's 30x.
No, because the Fortnite multiplier maybe against Italy for some reason. USA and the Italy is like a 20x.
Yeah.
But I think it's closer to like a 5x. Would you say like a Black Knight Raw
It was 17.5 at the time.
and the graded one was like almost 40, right? 50.
It's so hard to say because okay, here's the point that I'm making though. These sales in a down and in a great market, it gives you the data that we need to even have these conversations.
Yeah.
Like it just we just haven't had enough. We have a lot more than we have before. And what I do I'm enjoying Probe's theme more than I've ever have. Like I think they have, I don't know who cards they are, but consistently seeing these sales. Like for instance, there's an Aura PSA 9 up, there's an Omega PSA 9. There's a lot of, what is the other cards in there? I can't remember the other ones, but there's great cars that's up for auction. I think it's a Durburger. I mean Beef
Th-
Boss, my bad. But yeah,
There's a lot. There's a
it's
lot.
a
There's a
lot.
lot.
It's a lot.
A lot of good cards. Um, at affordable prices. Like I wish I was buying. I mean, we're buying into the comics too. So it's like it's an interesting time. I
Yeah.
think I think people are gonna be missing out on Series 3.
Hmm.
I know, like my focus has shifted a little bit, but
Hmm.
like we could be missing some
Mine's
really good cards in Series 3 at cheap prices.
for sure. I shifted back. I think I did well in the first month of Series 3, and
Hmm.
now I'm completely back focused on Series 1 shards. Completely. Like I know that the market may go down more. I know that there will be more down markets, but when it is a down market, I am Series 1 shard focused. Like
Yeah,
that
it's
is
kind of hard not to be, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Omar, I actually kind of agree with that. I think eight balls
which one?
isn't with eight ball being an anomaly. Uh,
Yeah.
I think he will come down drastically. I don't know if it would be next sale. Because it all everything comes down to who is looking for it and how much that third, fourth, and fifth person is willing to pay for it. So let's say you have two auctions, you have the first person that won, then you have that second person, those two top tier ones that was bidding. That third, fourth, and fifth, what are they willing to pay when that auction comes around? Unless that those other two come back into it. So yeah, I definitely could see a drop in that.
Yeah, the Series 3 cards, there's way too many good deals. It's almost overwhelming. Like
Yeah.
you get carried away. Like I started trying to get 9 of each one I wanted. Like how could you not, you know?
See the hard thing for me is, but it's different for you because of what you have in your collection, right?
Mhm.
The hard thing for me personally with my collection is there is so many series one shards that I want that soon as these moments happen, I have to be laser focused. I have to be
I wish I was smart like that because like
like
I've missed like
hmm
I could have not done a couple of things, saved some money and
yeah.
then and done some other things. I feel that. I mean that's smart. But I don't know. Like having 9 focuses, that's pretty cool. Um I don't know. I like that.
Fortnite S1, I don't know who bought that hybrid, but it could have been for spec purposes. I'll just say that. Um yeah, it could have been for spec purposes. Hybrid is gonna possibly have major role. Well, the thing is, hybrid is plural. Hybrid is ironically hybrid.
It's
It, how would you how would you explain it?
hybrid is like one of a group of minions that all look the same.
Yeah,
So hybrid is actually not even like a ninja. They're like a dinosaur, ninja,
dragon. Yeah,
dragon. There's like a
yeah,
dragon like
and
group,
and
like or like some kind of like creatures, and there's a bunch of them. So like just imagine them as some kind of minion. Same thing with like enforcer.
yeah,
He's like a minion of the IO.
yeah, and,
When I say
and
minion, I mean like they work for them. Like they're
right.
like what do you call them? Like pawns. Like you can just like throw away and use for battle.
Yeah, that was like hybrid is one of those hybrid is one of those random ones where he could have a moment in the comic books. We don't The thing is, the comic come out once a month. Besides in August, two issues come out that month, but we have to wait and see. But hybrid could be on the brink of s- heavy lore. It's
Yeah, he could
interesting.
be. It just depends.
We just
Like
don't know.
if they die out in this comic, right? If they
Yeah,
use them for this comic and then never again, they could die out, you know?
yeah,
I mean, that's why all of this is so speculative when you're looking at the comics and stuff. Like you could pay attention and hit it big,
yeah,
right? But like you just that's why we have to say like collect what you like because if you collect what you like and it goes to zero, you're okay.
yeah, yeah, for sure. I Christopher, I couldn't tell you, bro. Maybe somebody just liked the skin.
Nothing special that I know about
I think
Ice
I
Queen.
think I mean that's just once again that's one of those market things. Possibly there could be a fan base there. Um,
But I
I don't
mean,
know.
to be fair, I was never a fan of Guaco, and the card market was eating him up.
And I
Um,
like Waco.
and it's just like I just it's hard with the card market. Like there's so much speculation going on that
hmm
if you're just going based off of prices, you could get burned. Like
mm.
I hate to bring up like Autumn Queen again, but like one sold for like 2K, and then
But she might be having her. She could possibly have her day soon too, though.
well anybody could have their day.
No, but I mean it actually
Yeah.
could. Like the climate, the climate kings and queens could possibly be having their moment, and that moment could possibly pop up, and that's where we get back to
Mm-hmm.
that PC card could turn into a very important card. That's
Mm-hmm.
happened. That's happened to Singularity with me. Singularity was just a card that I just enjoyed, but now with the way that the story could be going in that direction, that could possibly change, which is
I
interesting to
mean,
say.
that's what's crazy. It's like that's why I said before, like those with master sets,
hmm
that's where they have a leg up,
Yeah,
because like they could hit it big by like because they just went after the master set, they got a skin that no one was trying to chase,
yeah,
right? And somehow it comes in to be the story and becomes something huge.
yeah. Like that's like I mean, and even like I call this one like for instance, I think Omar brought it up. The Raven. The Raven is consistently used in almost every comic, like cover wise.
Well, it's
He's
there. He's consistently used across Epic Games
yeah,
marketing.
period. Like
Period.
and so I think those are things that like can be considered too if you're not like, and the reason why I like talking about these things is because there are a lot of collectors that enjoy, like you said, enjoy just the cards.
Hmm.
And those are things that you can look at that's very easy to spot compared to going extremely in depth like we do. If you don't want to do that, there's a lot of things that's right in front of your face that you can look at and kind of see moments.
Yeah. So here's the other thing: it's like Ice Queen versus Autumn
Mhm.
Queen.
Yeah.
Um, I will say, well, you know how I feel about both these cards. I think they're both trash.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, for my
See,
for my PC, but I mean,
see,
Ice Queen only has two PSA 10s out of like over 20.
yeah.
I don't know what Autumn Queen has. But that's a crazy gem rate.
Yeah.
That's a crazy gem rate.
See, like for me, I always it was when it came to Ice Queen, I always was like, how not links? You get what I mean? Like I was like, it should be Ice King, links. That's the way I felt about it. So when Ice Queen came into it, I'm like, that just made no sense to me. But now,
Honestly, when
yeah,
Ice Queen became a card, did you know there was a skin for Ice
yes,
Queen?
I knew it was a skin because I had the loading screen. That's the
Okay,
only way I knew.
because
Yeah,
out of all the people I play with people from Chapter Two. None of them knew of Ice
yeah.
Queen. And
When is the
like
last time she been in the item shop?
she came into the item shop.
When the last time she's been in the item
The
shop?
last time that I saw her in the item shop was 2 I think it was like 2 months after Series 2 released, because I bought her skin just to check her out. I said,
Yeah,
"There's no way she's actually a skin. Here she is." So when
yeah.
she came back, I actually bought her. I haven't worn her since. I wish I could return her. It's, like, so hard to play with. Her head is huge. She has that giant
She
crown.
got that crown on there.
Yeah, it's so hard to play with.
But so I got an interesting one. I'm gonna bring them into like this, like something they can talk about, like look back on, right?
Mhm.
Where does Cube Queen fit into this if she falls into the market? Bless
Excuse
you.
me. Thank you. I think she looked
You don't
trash
like
too.
Cube Queen?
I thought she was bulky too. I
Oh,
thought she was a
she
little.
was dope, bro.
No,
Like not,
you know what was dope was her freaking glider.
yeah.
Her
No, and
glider,
I'm
when she used to walk down that was
yeah,
her, right? She used to walk
yeah,
down the stairs while
yeah.
gliding. That was dope. She is
I'm talking about like
yeah,
the story wise.
no, she should be up there with Ice King, if not higher.
If not, yeah, she's up there for sure.
Yeah, she's definitely way past Autumn Queen or Ice Queen or any of those other queens that you're mentioning.
Just be and the thing is, yeah, that like she actually has her story at this time. So I would be interested to see like when like those cards come into play.
Yeah, because her
Hmm.
story is actually a lot more. obviously connected.
Yeah, and she's powerful. She's on a whole
She
different
has a
level.
whole she has like a
Yeah.
whole like fleet of people.
Let me see. Matt said Matt, he was talking about new. Nah, Raven's a dope card, bro.
Uh, let's see. Where do you see? Am I looking the wrong Raven one?
Mm-hmm. No,
Okay.
well, no, that's a good one. Yeah, Dale, for sure. Like him with oh my gosh, how did his POI just slip my mind? What was it?
I
Uh, it
I
was
remember what it
hunted.
looked like.
It
It
was
was like
hunted.
Haunted Hills.
Hunted Hills. When he had, Hunted Hills, Raven's back bling had a run for
Uh-huh.
sure. Raven back bling had a moment of like try hard. It wasn't sweaty at that point. We wasn't using that term as heavy as we do now. Like this was around the soccer skin era, like the original soccer skin era. Uh, Raven was heavily used. Like Raven, they used to use Raven back bling with like Renegade Raider, with Commander, with Commando, one of those skins. But yeah, Raven had his moment for sure.
I was never a fan of Raven. I don't know why.
That's crazy. I what we, yo, that's funny. I don't like. I'm so interested in where
I I
like
I, I
between
don't know why. I didn't hate him. I thought he was
yeah.
kind of cool looking skin. I didn't have any interest. You know what? I think he was 2,000 V bucks.
Hmm.
And it's like a lot of those 2,000 V bucks skins. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, like that's interesting. The reason why I say it's interesting because it seems like 4 and 5 was you was like the moment that I had in I think it was chapter 2, 3, like not it was it it was like 5 and 6 I think, like
Hmm.
where I kind of had I was taking breaks, like I knew everything that was happening in the storyline, but I wasn't connecting to a lot of different things,
Hmm.
and it seems like that was your moment, like in like 4 and 5, like where it was just like you were
Yeah,
playing
it's
the
like
game, but you weren't connecting to
I was
anything
playing it, and
really.
then I was like, I don't know. It was like season 6. I told you it was like my favorite season.
So you had
And
you had a spike moment,
yeah, I mean, so
yeah,
like I guess I played both those seasons. I mean, I can't remember what level I got
because
to.
you didn't get Omega, and then what was it? But you got Dire, right? Well,
Oh
that
yeah,
Dire is 6, but you didn't. What was Ragnarok? Did you get Ragnarok?
I can't remember. I don't think so.
So four and
The
five is blurry for you.
Yeah, yeah, a little. No, I can't remember. I can't remember if I got Ragnarok because you know what? I went for Valkyrie. I bought her.
Yeah,
I bought that one.
yeah.
I like her way more than Ragnarok.
Uh,
Um,
so I know at some point it's been said that robot style skins may come into play. Oh wait, let me just put it up here. Oppressor, Vendetta, Vertex, Rocks. Yeah, yeah.
okay, I'm not pumping rocks. I like rocks. I only like rocks from a bit. I'm just telling you guys. I don't see her that much in game. She's one of my PC cards. I have a PSA 9 of her. Um,
Yeah.
just because I like the skin, I play with it. It's not that popular. Although I do like the robot style. I think them being robot gives them an end to communicate with like the seven. Just like
Hmm.
8 Ball
Yeah.
having like the full suit on.
Yeah.
I think that gives them a leeway.
Hmm.
Um, Oppressor, Vendetta, Vertex. I don't like any of those skins, but I can see how they could be story related.
Yeah, I don't like any of those skins either.
I do like
But
AIM. I
I
think
yeah.
AIM has a lot more potential.
Mhm.
I like AIM and Suki.
See, and I'm glad Matt said that because that's the difference for me. If you notice, I didn't even notice about myself until recently. The skins that I don't like in game to play with, I get to use, like I said it earlier, I get like, so for instance, like Master Key. I like Master Key a whole lot. I will never wear him in game. I
I
will
hate
never wear him
Master
in
Key.
game. I think Master Key is one like that mask is fire. By the way, that's the card that I got. Anyway, I like Master Key. I didn't know if I was gonna want him in the card market, but I was like, actually, these is moments that I can have to enjoy
Mhm.
a skin that I will never wear in game. And so I think those things kind of play differently. Like I like a lot of male skins in the card market,
That's true.
and I don't know. I didn't even notice it until recently. So it's just I don't know, man. It's interesting.
It's like the cards give you a way to like rep your skin without having to wear it.
Exactly.
And like
Exactly.
I love I love Calamity, right?
Yeah.
But her big cape, I love it. I
Take
just
it.
can't wear it too much in
Well, no,
game.
you know nobody wears calamity with the cape, bro. Stop playing.
Can we keep this PG?
But no, they don't. Like they legit don't.
But
Like,
I love the cape because I like it with the smoke. I just thought that was so dope.
yeah. No,
But I it's
she
either
was dope with
that,
it. Yeah.
it's with the smoke or with nothing. so, no, I
Yeah.
get you. I no one did wear it with the cape. That's
No,
true.
yeah, that was
They did nerf her though. If I
yeah,
remember
they
correctly.
had to nerf her. That
Um,
was how did that even happen?
I don't even
You
know.
know what the nerf was, right?
Yeah,
That was pretty crazy. Anyway, yeah. Um, that was nuts.
yeah. She's one of my favorites. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Uh,
Yeah,
I mean, if you're not picking up your favorite skins at an affordable price right now, I don't know what you're doing.
yeah, that
Like I know like the big hit cards are like down,
mhm.
but like your personal favorites are
Yeah,
actually like achievable. Like rocks
yeah,
for me got down under 100.
mhm.
Like if it was like 200, 300, I was never going to buy her.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there's a lot of cards like that, which is kind of what's got me excited.
My list is extremely long. Like but the thing is I'm not in a rush. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just like this slow pace. Deadfire's my guy. That is yeah.
What about the reloaded Deadfire loading screen?
I like that one a lot too, especially with the purple background.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of Deadfire. I just like Calamity.
First of all, Deadfire could have man. Listen, I'll tell you this right now. Deadfire with Fort Nightmares coming up, and whether
Hmm.
it's that he could have his moment as well because he came in on a battle bus, whether he worked with the IO, whatever the case may be. But he was the start of that Fort Nightmares era, like
Hmm.
So I'm interested. He brought the 6 shooter in.
I
I
fucking
hated when
hate.
I hated
I hate that gun.
yo. Oh my
The
god.
6 shooter is the worst gun in the game.
First of all, I
That's
hated
not true.
tilted. I hated tilted like that. A lot of people liked it. I hated
Oh,
tilted
you
in the
talking about
West.
with the no building?
Yeah, that crap was annoying. That
I
was
was destroying people.
yeah,
It
in
was
beginning game.
no,
Like
I would get a pump, right? I get a
yeah,
pump and a sniper, and if you get like top of the building, you just destroy people.
yeah,
But like I get a gold pump, and you just
yeah.
one pump, jump off
That
the thing,
mess.
one pump. I
And
loved landing there.
no, yeah, that was I don't know if I hated that one more or when it was that the Batman POI.
I didn't. Yeah, the Batman one was kind of
That was yeah. But
that was
nothing was worse than the Infinity's joint and then the mechs. The mechs, I stopped playing that season. I literally me
the
and my
mechs were
brother
annoying.
me and my brother was playing duos heavy. I was like, this is the last game I am playing until they announce the next battle pass. I couldn't take it no more, bro. I was like, this is ridiculous. Like,
The mechs are downright
yeah,
atrocious,
it
and
was
I didn't like what's his name from Avengers, with the 6 rings or whatever.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
What
Yeah,
the fuck's
that
his
was
name? So, Thanos. Yeah,
yeah.
like if you
No,
didn't know, you
that
got
was
to
a
play
fun
as
game
Thanos.
mode though. That was a fun game mode.
That shit was annoying as hell. Cause like I didn't want to be Thanos, but if you weren't Thanos, you were gonna
Yeah.
lose. So it's like that
Yeah,
dude was
no.
overpowerful.
No, but
I
yeah,
mean, it
that
was fun like the first time trying it out.
yeah.
Not the freaking what about lightsabers? Lightsabers were fun.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. What else? Did we show the comic covers?
No, we can get into that. Did you send those to me?
No, I can though.
Oh, you sent them to me earlier today, I
Yeah,
think. So
yeah.
if you guys don't know, a cover came out with what's her name?
Hayes.
Gwen Stacy.
Yeah.
So how did you stream? So they're saying that we may get this skin in game, and I'm gonna rock this one hard. That
Hmm.
one's gonna be tight. And this is what we're talking about. Faye, what's her name? Hayes.
Hayes.
So a sweat skin made the cover.
That cover is fire,
It's
bro.
actually a pretty nice cover. I like it.
Yeah. That
So
I
the
like the art
star, I
style.
like the star, and it's from her shirt,
Yeah.
and then you can see the other world
Mm-hmm.
behind the star, and you can see like they're coming in and out of that world.
Yeah.
That's a pretty dope cover. I don't who did this one? Ryan Brown. Okay,
Yeah. Hmm.
I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
What issue was this? Do you remember?
Yeah, that's for issue 5.
Yeah, that one's gonna be fire. And then we got another one where people were talking about fish sticks. Let me pull him up.
That's a snapshot that got popped.
Yeah, this is the snapshot that died, I guess. So they're just using a lot of fish sticks. This is a pretty interesting cover.
Man, I rock with fish stick, bro.
I like him. I just don't ever want. I like him in the comics. I think.
Yeah. No,
Um,
I'm not gonna wear him in. Yeah, I'm not gonna wear him in game.
I mean, yeah, he might be underrated.
Yeah, it's definitely possible.
I mean, the Peely BGS 9.5 sold for 1,500 cracked ice,
Yeah,
Italy,
yeah,
and there's fish sticks under 100 Italy on eBay.
yeah.
So pretty underrated.
Omar, that is very true. That is very true. They did.
That's what's up. Well, they're already doing a second printing of the comics.
Yeah, already.
They
And
already doing it before
matter
the
of fact,
second issue comes out,
and then also
which is
you,
going to affect how much gets produced for the
yeah.
number 2, I imagine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, they had international comics for 0 point. They were selling them on the Panini website in the
Yeah,
UK.
yeah.
Um, yeah.
That did you show the Doctor Doom and Thor cover
No, it's right here though.
with the
Now,
foundations? Whoo, that cover is fire, bro.
whenever I see the foundation, right? So they have this is a giant statue on the island.
Yeah, that's
That's pretty tight.
dismantled at this point. Black
Hmm.
Eye said not for not for long.
He's talking about the fish sticks I
Yeah,
mentioned. Yeah, well, I was thinking about it, but I don't really even need a fish sticks. Let it explode without me. I'm good. This is pretty cool. I like the foundation statue. Like he's just so I don't know what's the word for the foundation. He's just like badass, I guess.
that guy.
Yeah, he's that guy.
Omar, yeah, we got what you meant, bro. Uh,
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Was a 0 point in another language?
Oh no, I'm not sure on that actually. Don't quote me on that. Dude, I was actually gonna say that. That's funny. Yeah, that's funny. I was gonna say that, but I'm like, nah. Yeah,
Yeah, the back of the fish sticks is beat up. Yeah, that's why I didn't
yeah.
grab it. Is it fair though? I don't know. Maybe offer $50. That'd be fair. But
That's you know, it's so when it comes to stuff like this, it's so interesting because it's just so many. Like Omar always say, the connection has not happened when it comes to Panini and Epic Games slash Fortnite. When it comes to the cards, they haven't connected it to the game yet. These comics can't stay on shelves because the promotion. You know what I mean? Like the promotion with the Spider-Man outfit in there. These comics are selling off the shelves immediately. That it's promoted the right way. That hasn't happened for the cards yet. I think once it happens for the cards, if it ever does, um, that will definitely change. I think that's what will be needed for that major pop. But I mean, I guess we gotta wait and see.
I mean, if they do a code in the cards like they did for the freaking
It's a wrap.
and like if you're working for Panini,
Why
yo,
are you not
Panini reps,
asking?
yeah, what are you guys doing? You guys want to sell some shit? You guys want to make some money? Talk to Epic. Let me help. Hire me for like 10 minutes.
I'm clipping this
We're
and sending it to Panini America.
Yeah. Come on now. It's like put a code in 1 out of 20 boxes for a tight ass skin, and you're like 10x your profit. I mean, come
Yeah,
on. It's not that hard. Just talk to Donald Mustard. Talk to somebody up there.
yeah,
You already have the contract. You have a connection with somebody.
yeah, and
Say
it,
how much Panini be like, how much do I have to pay for us to get a skin?
yeah.
It'll be worth it.
And Omar is completely right. This is how me and Dylan feel completely. It's one of those things that's hard to understand when it comes to what the effects the comics have
Hmm.
because like we said last week, kids and Fortnite fans in general are actually opening these comics using the code and they're reading the comic. So
Mm-hmm.
they're engaging in actually reading it. There's a small percentage collecting it. Like I'm talking about a super small percentage. Um
You want to talk
and
about nostalgia? That's
yeah,
being established.
yeah, like because the thing is where that demographic of collectors is gonna feel weird is because they're like, yo, I read this, I opened it, I had it, I have a copy, but I didn't know it was gonna do this because they don't understand the comic book market. So you have the comic book side that doesn't respect the Fortnite comics just yet, even though that is happening slowly. And then you have the gamers or the lore lovers that don't understand how the comic book world works. So it's that dynamic that's happening. But us as collectors, I mean, it's just a win all around.
I mean, it's crazy. I went into my comic book shop,
Yeah,
and like I got there, and this lady was in this car, and she was
yeah,
like had all the Fortnite. That's what she had. I walked by her car and I saw her in there,
yeah,
all these Fortnite comics. And
yeah.
then I go in, and like three teenagers come behind me, are going in there to buy comics.
It
They
was about
drove
to.
themselves there. That's the age group, right?
You lucky
And
that you
and
lucky that
I
they didn't bully you.
right? I so I go in there and I'm like, "Do you have any of the Fortnite comics?" They're sold out because I didn't pre-order this time. I pre-order off of eBay. I just want to get a couple copies. They were
Yeah.
sold out, so I went back next week. So, oh, we just sold out our last copies. And
Hmm.
someone was like, "Oh no, I had like 8 of each variant." And then they went and
Hmm.
checked. Oh no, they all sold. I was like, "Geez," And people are reading them, buying the codes. It's insane.
Yo, Dill, for real, that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, Dylan was about to get jumped if he would have got there 2 minutes
Yo, she
earlier.
was taking pictures of her comics. I was like, was she listing them on eBay? Here,
Yo,
let's have a deal. I don't
he was
know.
about to go up to her car and be like, "Yo, what's good?"
What's good? I was like, those aren't even the comics you
Yeah,
want, ma'am. Go in there and get something else.
give her the whole rundown. That's funny. No, but Omar, you are definitely right. That's the way I felt about 0 Point, and I knew 0 Point was like that. I said this a couple times. Y'all know I like the merch. Yo, a Batman hoodie, t-shirt, anything has not popped up since they released, and that's when I knew how real Batman fans was. I was like, oh, they're nothing to play with. So yeah, the Omar is definitely right when it comes to that.
I mean, how do you think the freaking Fortnite fans are gonna be?
Yeah.
It's like I think they're gonna be the most craziest fans ever.
It's one of those things where I think what's funny. I think what's gonna happen with the comic book world and even the card world is what happened to me. Like you got in, even though you're a gamer, you got in early enough to kind of get some of the cards that you wanted. I came in on a little bit on the back end, and so like I just was like, "Yo, how did I miss this, bro?" Like I was mind boggled. Like the reason why I was because the Mintiacs.
Mm-hmm.
I knew all about that. I was
Yeah,
on top of that, but how did I miss the cards? I was severely frustrated with myself. I'm like, bro,
because
you dropped the ball.
it had in-game codes, and
Exactly.
that spreads like wildfire.
Wildfire. It's in every update, all of it.
Hint, hint, Panini America.
Yeah,
Come on now,
yeah.
game codes. It's not that hard. It's a freaking online game. So yeah, that's why you knew about it. I told you my story. It's like I wish I had I wish I had looked a little bit closer.
Yeah.
And it's like I got a 3 card pack and pulled like a spatula and like 2 screenshots. I was like, oh, that's trash. It wasn't until I saw a shard that I was like, okay,
Yeah.
this makes sense. This is fire.
Dale said that's probably how you got your monofoils. Yeah, he was pressing everybody.
All right, first of all, you me all those monofilament. Right now, I only have one now, a 9.8. Just so y'all know, I had a raw and I sold it, and I bought that off of eBay. Y'all had a chance. Come on now. I was the first one to buy it off of eBay. I set the price, and then it just like exploded.
Yeah, what happened? Oh god, it was terrible. I literally they thought they were going to get the monofoil, my comic book shop,
Hmm.
and they ended up not getting the monofoil. So I had to go to eBay at the time. There was none up there. I had to wait, but then I ended up getting one for a still for a typo in the description. So that was a win.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Yeah, cool. I mean, I still don't even consider the monofoil the best comic.
Huh?
I don't even consider the monofoil
Nah,
the best comic.
nah.
Um, it's a great one to have, but
It's a great, yeah,
I'm foundation all day. That's like if you look at the background
mhm,
there, it's like
yeah,
I'm all about the foundation.
yeah. Foundation. I will say there's a lot in this first run. This issue, I think people are overlooking the cover B of issue one with the scientist, the foundation, and
The origin.
the origin on the cover. I
Yeah,
think that's a great cover, great art, and important.
I'm gonna have to read it again. I mean, this comic was amazing.
Yeah.
I really like the sisters.
You see that AKA Bog think that well, not think, he was wondering if this was a stylized of the Imagined, or if it's
Yeah,
Black Widow.
I saw that.
I
Any
don't know. I have
confirmation?
no idea. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know either.
It looks like Black Widow to me though.
I guess the question is though, like, is that cover important enough to be big? And I don't think so.
If it was the Imagined, but with Black
It,
Widow, then no.
yeah, but I guess if it was the imagined,
Yeah, heck yeah. If it was
it'd be her
Imagined,
first appearance, right?
well, she got she got cover A, but
Imagined. Oh, I'm
yeah,
thinking of the order.
no,
I was
yeah,
thinking maybe it's the order because it's black hair, isn't it?
no, it's red.
Is it red?
Yeah.
I don't have that one yet. I'm still waiting on mine to come.
Oh, for
Just
real?
look, yeah. So I did get one of each, right, from
Yeah,
another seller, and that hasn't gotten here yet.
yeah.
Um, so I thought it was black in the picture.
No, yeah. See, like it's red. I don't
Well,
know
what
who
about
that is, bro.
what about
I
her
haven't.
outfit? That's
Well, that's why I'm like, it has to be because she has a gun on her side. It has to be Black Widow.
yeah, a
I
little
don't know who
strange
that
because
is.
she's not even in the comics.
Yeah, I have no idea who that is, honestly.
I mean, we could
Um,
try reaching out to the artist, but
yeah, Omar, it's some crazy covers coming out, and I like that Batman fish stick. Paying
we need to update
respects
the
the fish
comic
stick.
list. But
Yeah,
I can share these again for the ones who didn't see. Yeah, the comic industry is really, really interesting.
yeah,
Here's your 8 ball for
yep,
20. What was it, 2400?
yeah, yeah. A ball on the cover. Come on, man, you can't beat that. And it's by one of my favorite artists.
My favorite comic book covers are when they have the battle bus and they're falling down.
Yeah,
Those are my favorite covers from here. Oh yeah, it is red.
yeah. Omar. I knew you. I know you meant 15.
Yeah, and the fish sticks dying thing, man. I'm telling you, that's gonna be a thread throughout.
So we're actually yeah, yeah. We're approaching some interesting territory with the comics.
I just can't wait. What's the date for the next one again? It's
The 13th.
God, we gotta wait that long.
Yeah. And bro, it's so interesting because like isn't it interesting that the Fortnite fans that's a part of the lore, and whether they just want the Spider-Man skin, they have no idea how much they're helping the comic book market naturally, because
Mm-hmm.
it's getting a second print just based off of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the second print
It's
doesn't
not
have the
it's
code.
not based off of, yeah, exactly. And it's not based off of the collectors so much like us, but it's based off of how much people are getting that code and everything like that, and they boost up the second print immediately. So
I wonder I wonder how well the second print will sell with no code.
that
Did the second prints have codes for 0 point?
I don't know because I didn't open them, so
Yeah, I
I
have
don't.
some. I didn't open them either. But
Yeah,
if they're in the bag, I would imagine
possibly. Yeah,
they would. That's interesting.
yeah, man. I it's gonna get more and more difficult to get every single cover, but I'm on it.
I don't know why I'm wavering. I feel like I should be
I don't
doing.
know why. I have no. Dylan confuses me more than any person I know. I just want y'all to know that. Like he'd be like, "Yo," it'd be like, I'm like, "Wait, you have me by myself on this? I thought we were clearly doing this, together on this aspect." But I get it though. I
Yeah,
get it.
well, because like I'm buying, because I'm starting to have so much.
You have 30, bro.
you know, I have a little bit more than 30, but I'm just saying it's like I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna. I realized I actually did order each of the 0 point number ones. Um, that should be coming. So I think I'm just gonna stick with it. I just got to get the. I've got to get these ones.
Yeah,
I don't
my
have any of these. I didn't even
when
see these.
is
I didn't even see
when
these
is
in my shop.
I only seen the Venom. I only got the Venom one from my shops. Everyone else, the other ones I ordered off of eBay. Yo, we appreciate you, Matt, bro. Appreciate it heavily.
Yo, thanks for
Thank you.
coming. Thanks for stopping by. Oh shit, it's 12 o'clock already. Let's get some last questions. How about that? Are there any other questions? If not, if you have questions that you want to leave in the comments.
Omar, at this time, Omar, actually at this time, I think if you buying, you know, I've been buying doubles as well. I just kind of balance it out at a cap number. Like
Yeah.
it's one of those things like foundation. I'm just rounding out to 10, and then I'm good. Just because I do want to get all the covers.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's hard for me to get all the covers, but
Yeah, yeah. You're literally choosing not to. That's what I was saying.
I was wavering because at first I was like, oh yeah, I can get every single one. And then I was going through all my comics and I have like so
Now
many.
I will say this though: the next run is going to be extremely difficult,
Hmm.
especially how well this one is doing. That's why I will cut down to
Well,
like,
here's my thing because my theory, and I know I was telling people to leave comments, but my theory is that they're gonna break off into separate stories,
mhm,
right? And so like there's 1,300 Fortnite characters right now, skins, right?
mm, skins. Yeah,
And so if they if too many of them get that's gonna be so hard to hit all the Fortnite ones.
yeah. They
That's
will do
gonna
it.
that's gonna be kind of
I would say if they broke off into other titles, it would be no more than 3 at a time until like years go by.
well, yeah, that's what I'm
You know
saying,
what I
but
mean?
like I'm
Yeah,
talking about like Marvel, like that's like saying you're gonna collect every single Marvel cover.
that
That's where I think they're going with
yeah.
Fortnite.
Yeah. But that's why I do want it. I want it to be my goal as long as it can. That's why I'm doing it now because I don't think I'll be able to do it for too long.
Oh, that I appreciate that. So, what do you guys think? Before I get off, what do you guys think? I should try to get a pristine in for SGC for Reloaded. Black Knight is up there. I was thinking Midas. All right, and here's the other question: if I go through all my Reloaded cards and I don't think any of them have a chance at pristine,
Hmm.
should I do the same thing I was going to do, but send them the PSA for the 10?
I think that yes, if you don't feel as can get a pristine,
Because I was going through them today. I was going through all of the ones that I want to send in today. Oh man, Reloaded is tough.
yeah, tell
God,
me about
man.
it.
Like
Yeah,
I ripped all my Reloaded straight from packs, right?
yeah.
And it's like I'll find one card that it looks fucking perfect, and then turn it back and it's like a gash on the back or something. It's like, oh fuck. Or like all rounded corners. Like some of them look perfect but rounded corners.
Though that's what Dylan's saying. Like he's saying like if it's not pristine, uh, yeah, I get yeah. Wallet's sake, I do agree. Like if you're gonna do it, go with SGC and I will say this. The reason why I say Midas is because once you get your Midas cracked ice, having a Midas cracked ice, whatever the grade is,
Hmm.
and then having let's say you do get the pristine, having a pristine reloaded, that's kind of dope.
I mean, pristine Reloaded any card, it would be dope, but it
Yeah,
has to be a card that people want. Um, I want it to be like a rookie or something that the other sets don't have. Like the
that's
loading screens, the other sets don't have the loading screens.
yeah, but then it's like you do got BK. Dang.
Yeah, I'm
Or what you do is no, yeah, you got to do it this way. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough. I think
because the pristine it has to be perfect, and it's like I found some that I thought could be perfect, but then the corners around it, and and like I was reading it, they have to be sharp.
yeah,
They gotta be sharp to get the pristine. Um, like even looking at like this is how many Jonesies I have, right?
yeah,
So like going through them, Jonesies not actually not too bad. Pristine's gonna be hard, is what I'm saying.
yeah, and
Yeah, I hear you, Omar. Yeah, maybe I'll just keep ripping the bomber's skin or the bomber's loading screen
I think you mean the loading screen.
because the loading screen is dope for the bombers.
Hmm. I like the
Um,
Skull Trooper one too.
but I mean, I do have the PSA 10 um loading screen.
Hmm.
So it looks pretty dope. So I wouldn't mind getting more loading screens like that. But I really want an SGC pristine.
Yeah, if you put, I'm not gonna lie. If you pull a pristine off with reloaded, you're definitely doing something.
Because this is a 10.
That looks amazing in a PSA slide.
It does look clean in and I think looking at what I got back from PSA, I think the hollow loading screens look great in PSA,
Hmm.
but the base cards and stuff like this one,
Yeah, that definitely looked better in SGC.
all of these look better. Even like the my Renegade
Hmm.
9.5. Now, if I could get a Renegade, that might be the move
That might be the move.
in the
Just
pristine. But I don't.
yeah,
Like I said, I might have to rip some more.
with it
You guys
not
might.
having
I
no
thought I had
card.
a lot, but for the Coros, I have mine. Ooh, in pristine. God, I don't even. That's a good question. Why didn't I give it? I have my 10 here.
That pristine ain't no joke.
Well, that's why I want to send a bunch, right? All right, here's a 10 for him. Yeah, I mean, if this sticker didn't get it. But I mean, I guess I could see the centering on the back. It's pretty.
Yeah.
That's probably where it lost. It was the centering on the back.
Uh,
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, I was looking at too a regular series one, like a base card,
mhm.
because I have a bunch. It has to be something I can send in like 10 or 20 of. Um, Base cards I could send in an aura base. I'm not close to reloaded. It just has to be something that I have like 10 or 20 of because we want to do like the worst in front and like the
Yeah.
best one last.
Yeah. See if it's a little system you can pull
Or
off.
you know what I might do is like go worst to best for the top 10 and then do it again
Yeah.
and do 20 like that way. So like 20 cards.
Yeah. I
And
think
what
that's
does anybody know what SGC like their lowest price was back a year ago or so? You think they're gonna go down? Right now they're at like 30.
hmm
Trying to just see if I should wait.
that's true, Omar.
That's true. And I like the promo set for Series 3.
Hmm. That's a,
Chaos Agent slept
yeah.
on that one.
He
Even though
slept.
it's his second card, but
He slept on this series too.
well, yeah, he is. I think I have what, two of them.
I still need one. I need a. I don't need a lot, but there's things that I would like to have. I only need a few, like need, but there's a lot that I would like to have.
That's true. Um, I'm getting that way. Like I would like to have a Zadie,
Yeah.
but I'm not like dying to have it. Um, I don't know.
I'm gonna have to restructure everything once I get my looks back, because I'm gonna have a whole new plan. Because I've achieved the echelon of my collection.
Is PSA to BGS crossover risky? I mean, I've cracked stuff before, and I don't really damage my cards, but that was me. Um, I don't. Why are you going from PSA to BGS? Is the question, I guess.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go from a PSA to BGS personally.
Yeah. Omar, not yet. I just hit 4 weeks. No, I hit 4 weeks tomorrow. So it arrived and was processed on the 19th. Was it the 19th? Yeah, it was May 19th. And I just hit a month on the 16th, I think. Yeah, the 16th. So it just hit a month. Uh so we'll see. I've been seeing 6 to 7 week turnarounds. We'll see how that go.
Yeah, SGC is quick. SGC is quick. I like that. Um, no, I'm gonna be submitting soon.
Yeah.
Maybe next video I'll show you guys what I've decided to send.
I wanna submit some comics as well. I think that's one of
That's
my
what I want to do
favorites.
too.
Yeah.
But
You not just know you're not gonna get them back for a whole a long
but is
time.
it worth sending right now? It's not like you're gonna make a quick profit or anything.
No, I but that's why I don't mind sending it because I'm not looking like I have multiple of each copy, so I'm just want to get them out there, and when they come back, they come back. I won't even think about it. Like it can be
Mm,
2 years. I won't even worry about it.
Do we think
It
SGC was
is.
affected?
Uh,
I'm sure they are affected in some way. They'd have to
yeah,
be.
yeah. The prices is down to 30. Yeah, with the membership, yeah, it's 30 now.
Yeah, I
You
would
have
think.
to 20 cars minimum though.
I think SGC would be affected. It's kind of hard not to be with PSA being so popular.
Oh, I did hear something on BGS though. BGS 's new CEO, they're getting into like grading and certifying everything. So I don't know how that's going to hold up for the cars. Like they're expanding to like sneakers, like like game worn sneakers, all that type.
Mm.
They're grading. They're trying to grade everything. So I don't know what that's going to do. That could be positive, negative, not sure, but that is something that's in the play. I watched the interview on it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm conflicted. I still like SGC.
I like SGC, but with
I don't know. I mean, PSA is always going to be the golden standard for like prices, but
yeah, yeah, Omar. Like I'm not gonna lie. I want BGS to win so bad, bro, because I love their. That's my number one slab. I want BGS to win. It makes sense so bad. Will it happen? I don't know, but I do want them to get back to a steady flow of business. And I probably will be sending some to them as well if that happens.
yeah, I mean, I like all three of the
Yeah,
big three.
yeah,
Yeah, I like BGS slabs. They're pretty nice.
yeah. That I don't know, man. That's gonna be interesting.
I mean, we even need to get back to the point like you're buying the card, not the slab.
Hmm.
But it's so hard to get away from like certain cards look better in certain slabs.
Well, see, here's the thing. So as sirens go by, but here's the thing. What I really like about BGS, it looks like with that plate that when you, especially when you get a gold one, it looks like a trophy.
That's
Like
true.
that it's just BG and that thickness, bro. I love BGS slabs. I don't know. I hope they figure it out though.
Yeah, Dill, I hear you.
No, that's a
S
fact.
SGC wins on customer service and like
I
I
love
mean
their I love their CEO. I mean I love SGC all the way around. I do like I do like the PSA slab a lot though. That's just preference of for me.
I think it depends on the card.
It
It's
does.
crazy.
It does. Like
Um
like I said, because when it's a SGC slab and the skin has a mainly black outfit,
mhm.
that's like top tier for me. That's when it's like perfect. Like, and it's a lot
I
more.
even like I think I like base cards and SGC more too.
I can see that matte with the matte black, like
Yeah, it's just
yeah,
especially when I was looking at like the white reloaded cards, like it's just now hollows in the freaking PSAs look pretty dope.
yeah. Agreed, Black Ash.
Freaking
Agreed.
Optichromes are like
Opties, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, like
Yeah.
Optichromes hit different in
They
a
hit
slab.
different, bro. I'm telling you.
In a slab, Optichromes
Mhm.
hit different. I haven't really looked at this that closely since I had it. I had it in my case, and I said I was shards only.
I'm mainly shards.
I'm mainly shards too, but
Yeah, but Opti, I can't overlook Opti. I can't even overlook lasers. I love lasers in Series 3. Uh if anything, that obviously cracked ice comes first, but I like lasers a lot.
I think I agree, David. Optis and PSA are sweet.
Yeah.
Do I have an Opti and SGC? I don't think I do. No, I don't. That's what. Maybe I'll send in some Optis to SGC.
Now if you get a pristine Opti, that's different.
I have like at least 10 Hush Optis, I think. That wouldn't be a
Yeah,
bad card to send in.
it wouldn't.
I'm gonna have to do some research.
Yeah, UK, yo, Ultimate Night Optichrome is insane. Ultimate Night Optichrome, Manix Optichrome, Zadie, who else? Ice King. Those Optichromes are insane. Like when it has a lot going on in the face, and that Optichrome just hits different.
All right, maybe I'll do Opticoms. I'm gonna have to go through. I can probably find some cheap Opticoms on eBay too.
They were the same thing. But as soon as me and Dylan get off here, we'd be like, "Dog, this is terrible." Like we just hit a whole nother strike every single week.
So that's what we're here for. We're here for that motivation. We're enablers. That's what we are.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
That's how I enable myself. I was telling who was I, I was telling Black Ash. I was like, man, we gotta stop. We addicted to these cards,
Yeah,
man. This
yeah,
is
man.
this is a problem.
Like it's funny because like it's like midway through the live, I think it hits everybody the same way. Like it's like you kind of getting, the first hour is just like a comfort type thing. That second hour, bro, it's like, yo, what am I missing right now? And it's just that moment.
Especially when we start talking about like what they could do, what they
Yeah,
might be doing, like
yeah,
what movies are coming, what series are coming, what are they
yeah,
planning? It's like, oh shit, why the hell have I not doubled, tripled down?
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Oh,
ah,
you.
why would you ask me something like that?
I don't want to answer me. I'll say this. I like everything that happens with the comic, but when I see, especially when it's like a PC card for me, when I see a card, it definitely does something. I don't know. That's hard. That's a good question. Dang.
Okay, wait a minute. So you're telling me that of a 1 of 100 foil Lux comic comes out,
It's no conversation. I'm not thinking about I would
that
not
joint's gonna
do
be
I would
fire.
not do anything until I get that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like for instance, like for instance, if they put another Lux in Series 4, right? If Series 4 Lux comes out, whether it's her red, her white, or
Mhm.
the new one where her name is different, I don't care. Nothing happens until I get that full rainbow, and then everything goes. Whatever the
Yeah.
case, but yeah, that's it
Um,
just
I have to say that I am. What do I like more, the comics or the cards? Man, it's hard for me. That's
I
hard
think
for me.
they're even. And they're
They're, they're,
not
they're
they're,
it
are they
used to. It
even?
used.
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't. It's hard for me to say.
Okay, I'll tell you. I don't know. It's because I have all the comics, but I do search for cards more than I search for comics.
That's true. Yes, I'm always
I'm
I
always
am
searching for the
yeah,
cards. So maybe I'm deep down. I really, really, really want more of my cards. So I'm gonna say cards,
I'll s- I'll say
but
this.
not by
Yeah.
much.
I'll
But
say
not by
this.
much.
Nothing hits me the way S1 shards hit me. Like when that moment comes, like every single time I get an S1 shard, it's like I have to get another S1 shard. Like
That's true.
so
Well,
that's
but that's like your collection. But you know what? I get more excited for new comics coming out
mhm.
than I do for a new series coming out.
It, and I think that's because like it's 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 different. It's different because they're gonna be available. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? Like they're gonna be available, and there's a story in them. You learn
Yeah.
more in them, and then you get to multiply on that with the cards.
It's a
So
different thing. Like
it's
the cards are more rare. Like you
yeah,
need to get that one off, right? But the
yeah,
comics, they're there, so you're excited to read it. It's like a different feeling, a different hunt. I guess you don't even really have to hunt for the comics if you just pre-order.
yeah.
The cards you
No,
have to freaking hunt for. You can't just like pre-order the card you want.
David, I actually think that's where you're actually wrong because it's the reverse. We know
Yeah,
the cards are still niche. The comics the comics is because you got to remember that the first comic technically of Fortnite was 2020, and the Fortnite was 2019. So they're only a year apart, really. A
and
year
and
and a
the
couple
and the
months.
comics got backed by actual Epic Games
Yeah.
for like
So
marketing.
yeah. So the cards are more niche. I enjoy the card market in totality more, but I enjoy
The prices are more
yeah,
established.
yeah,
But
yeah,
I think cards on average outprice comics. But then
yes.
again, you can't buy cards in the dozens for $5 a piece.
Okay, I'll say this. At the end of the day, when we look back 10 years from now, it could change. when we look back 10 years from now, I actually think I'll be more happy with the cards that I have, but I'll enjoy the comics more. Like, and I guess that's it's different because I'm so picky when it comes to the cards of what I want.
It's
With the
hard to choose. It's just
yeah,
hard to choose.
see, I because when it comes to the comics, I'm buying doubles, triples, up to 10. I'm able to do a little bit more unique things. I
Hmm.
mean, it's first appearance, then it's his first cover appearance, then it's all of these different nuances that I enjoy when it comes to the comics. But the cards will always have my heart. That's the way I see it. The cards
Yeah.
always have that space, and then the comics, it's so different.
I do. I need to figure out a better way to like, especially the graded comics. Like
Yeah.
I like storing my cards, but the graded comics are a little
No,
bit
I want
harder
to
to
see.
store.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It is heavy, bro. When
Yeah.
you listen, this I got the plastic short box.
Hmm.
It's a brick, and
Yeah. I don't
it's
even have
raw
that.
copies.
I have mine on a shelf, and it's like I gotta get some better for the comics. I gotta get some better for collecting them. You have to see. You guys have to watch our interview on Wednesday and see
Yeah,
how organized our little interviewee is.
yeah,
He's way more organized than me. I feel like.
yeah. I'm pretty. You know, the thing is I don't know. It's a certain way that I want to store my cards, and it's sometimes it's hard to, but I mean, everything's about to change in a minute when I get my PSA order back. Because, like, honestly, most of my PSA order is to get my looks. So, as soon as I see them, I'll smile real quick, and then, and then it's on you know,
I've been pulling mine out, but yeah, that's I put them in my case and close it.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I was the same way. I was more a card guy. I didn't know anything about comics.
yeah,
Um, but seeing them graded, it was like it's just like a big ass card to me.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. It's it's one of those things where it suits both worlds. Like, for instance, with your favorite cover with Suki, right?
hmm.
The comics do this thing that is just undeniable. You get the actual comic for issues of, let's say, a first appearance. Then
Yep.
you get a variant virgin cover. That's for the art. Like
Hmm.
that's different. So you're automatically like it's like you can be an art collector, which is like the cover collector, or you can go based off of the whole nuance of it when it comes to, the first appearances and what's happening in the comics. You have a lot more angles that you can take, but
Yeah.
the cards is just so different. It's hard to compare.
Yeah, I agree. All right, we're going on to almost 12:30, so
Wow.
we're gonna cut it off. If you guys have any other questions, comments, if you want to say what you liked about what we said tonight, what you hated, please leave a comment. I love to read it.
Also, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna ask one thing. So we put our lives on Spotify, right? Because y'all are so faithful to this. If y'all could actually rate the Spotify, that would really help us out a lot. That'll build that Spotify site because it's hard to get that traction. But I
Hmm.
know some people don't even know that it exists. So even if you don't listen to it, just rate it, like it, download it, anything like that, just to kind of help uh more eyes get to the or ear.
Yeah, and we're gonna be posting more regularly on there. So it's on Spotify and it's on Apple's
Yeah,
if you listen to Apple
yeah,
Podcasts. So we appreciate it.
yeah.
And I guess we'll see you guys next time.
Have a good one, y'all.